There we go, live.
Bingo.
Step away from screens, and Lofarex is on there. Ahoy! How you doing, guys? Okay, so tonight we're going to have a chat about projects that we can do and build while we're on lockdown. So using household stuff, using recycled stuff, upcycling stuff, stuff like that. Really nice to know your ideas as well of any kit that you've made. So what should we kick off on? So you got, first of all, we could start off with shelter. So what kind of shelter stuff can we build at home by ourselves? So what kind of Hang on, it's got to close
No,
YouTube.
that's me echoing, mate. 2 seconds. I'm just trying to mute this.
Yeah, so I just closed YouTube.
Well, bingo, bango. Back in the room.
Nice. Yeah, so obviously things like tarps, pretty good standard bushcraft type thing. So is it possible to make your own tarp? Absolutely. So waterproofing, you could get a bed sheet and wax it, or mix it with white spirit and silicon.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever looked into tin cloth, Nobby?
No, never heard of it.
So tin cloth is a mixture. Oh, I can't remember what the ratio is. I think it's castor oil and other stuff, but it's fireproof. So it was originally made. Oh, Lundy's Wildcard, Andrew Forrest, Woods of Wisdom, whole load. Oh, Fog's on there as well. Nice one. Hi guys. Yeah, so tin cloth was a lot of lumberjacks and that use it because it's you'd get like denim or cotton trousers and treat them with tin cloth, but it makes them fairly spark resistant because a spark will hit it and it will just smoulder. Whereas when you mix in white spirit, obviously it can self ignite apparently. But there's a few. If you fold it up and stack it, it creates heat and can self ignite.
Well, you want to mix with that much silicon and stuff?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, quite dodgy. Yeah, it's like a mixture of beeswax and castor oil or something like that. I can't remember for the life of me. But there is a video out there where a guy's gone through and got all the modern materials to make it. And he's figured it and tested it, and it works really, really well. We got an English woodsman on there as well. Hi, yeah, got Ant-Man Stuff TV.
Look at the chip blues.
So your tin cloth is well worth a look into for lockdown making your own kit, because you can coat your trousers in it, you could coat a coat in it, you could coat a blanket or a bed sheet in it, put some tights on it. There you go, you got a tarp. That's a bit of handmade kit. But yeah, standard waterproof. Even stuff like just rubbing a wax candle on something and then heating it up like you do with the Fjällräven trousers. You buy the block of wax and don't ever wash them again.
I mean, there's some decent improvised tarps you can make as well. There's one thing that makes a brilliant tarp, but I can't say because we've got something coming up and you're probably going to get one in what I'm getting you.
Okay.
So, yeah, that'd be a sort of giveaway.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, you can. Some stuff is just way too lightweight, but even the cheap blue tarps ain't too bad. But it's
but
they just look awful. They look awful,
and they ain't got a long life.
No, they don't. And the thing is, they're also degrade in sunlight.
Yeah.
Same with tents as well. Most modern tents degrade in sunlight, which is ridiculous. So does Gore-Tex. Gore-Tex breaks down in sunlight.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
The stuff like the old tablecloth hammocks, as we was talking about.
Yeah. So tablecloth hammocks. What other sheltery bits would you do? Obviously, debris shelters. But then if you want to waterproof it, you would buy some sort of really cheap plastic sheet in, decorator's sheet or a blue tarp, and then put your debris shelter on that. And then, because that's what Carlisle 195 does. He always puts a tarp underneath because it
you
stops
want
the
it waterproof.
you want it waterproof. It stops you ruining your kit and stops all the wood from rotting. You keep your wood off the ground and keep it dry. It's all going to last a lot longer.
Just sprung into my head and all, and it isn't really sheltering, but goes along with the sheltering. You know, like the underquilts that you make out of old sleeping bags.
Yep.
There's nothing stopping you making some sleeping boots out of that as well, really, is it?
No, even just cut the end off a sleeping bag and make like a foot box with a tie on it. So I've seen someone where's my hands? They made got a sleeping bag and cut about a foot off the bottom and put a drawstring on that and use that as their sleeping bag carrying bag, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. That
as the compression sack, which was pretty cool. So you just stuff your sleeping bag into the compression sack and then add a strap around it as well. That's pretty decent. Albion camping. Oh yeah, how's it going? Shower curtains have lots of uses. Yeah, shower curtain, that's a good one. I like that. And really good for ground sheets as well. And that damp-proof membrane that you use on building sites, that's a pretty good one. I found a roll of it in my shed the other day when I was tidying up, and it's a lot lighter than the stuff you had at Camp Nobby. A lot more flexibility to it.
Yeah.
But you could make a bivvy bag out of that, and that would cost you nothing. You'd probably find it in a skip. Just walking past the building site, you'd find it in a skip. So they put this damp-proof membrane, and it lets the wood breathe to stop it from rotting. Then they usually like put tiles or whatever over the top of it. So that's another little hack if you've got that kind of stuff around. So anything else you can think shelter wise? Any guys in the chat? Any sort of improvised shelter stuff you can think of that you can make from common household stuff? Because the waterproofing is always a big one. What things do you use personally to waterproof? Because we can go and buy a 5 litre can of Fabsil and reproof stuff like that, but we're talking about making it from scratch, which is generally white spirit and silicone and those kind of hacks, which are not going to make it 100%.
No, but if you get decent coverage of the old white spirit and that, it does well.
Oh yeah, it does.
Adds a lot of weight, but it does well.
Yeah, well, then again, the only thing you could be waterproofing really with Fabsil is going to be something like a canvas tent, and they weigh a metric ton anyway. My tent is 75 kilos. It's ridiculous. Yeah, lino, that's quite a good one actually. There's a ground sheet if it's proper plastic wraps. Yeah, plastic wraps for furniture. Not seen those.
Well, you get the plastic decorator sheets, didn't you?
Yeah.
But they are a one and done sort of thing, aren't they?
Yeah.
Good for getting rid of bodies, allegedly.
Rolls of carpet. Yeah, but if it'll do, won't it? And especially if we're only camping in the garden at the moment, you can give these things a practice and then think, sod it, it's a bit cold, I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah, I mean, you can't beat the big rubble sacks and that for ground sheets.
Yeah. They're all right. Just plastic makes you sweat, doesn't it? More than you normally would, but it's all right for one night. Keeps you going.
Yeah. Well, it's a ground sheet, ain't too bad, is it?
No. So fire lighting. What fire lighting tips have we got? Because there's obviously making your own fire lighters, which is a whole massive subject. You can just go and buy yourself some kindling and dip and boil it in wax, and then it dries, it soaks it all in, and you make your own fat wood.
And it works.
Yeah, it works really well. Curtain sides from a truck, but they're seriously heavy. They are proper heavy. But for a permanent structure. That's really good. Oh, the plastic that old people used to cover there. Tumble dryer fluff. Yeah, yeah, good one, English woodsman. Brasso.
Huh?
It says Brasso is great. What's that as a firelighter? Never
I
tried.
suppose it already comes in wadding as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Never tried that. Brasso Molotov.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. I like that. Yeah,
Stink a bit, though, doesn't it?
It doesn't matter. It gets the fire lit, though, doesn't it? Because
Yeah.
even the bushcraft blacksmith. I don't know if any of you guys know it, but bushcraft blacksmith, when he used to light his forge, all he'd do is get a crisp packet and fold it down, just keep thumbing it in so it's a little triangle, put it in the forge and light it, and that'd light a forge because just the plastic burning, because plastic at the end of the day is oil. I know it gives off fumes, but so does petrol. But
one thing I always carry around with me for when times are really bad is, the little plastic chewing gum pipes you get?
Yep.
Fill that up with cat litter, add a bit of meths, give it a shake, and just leave it. You've got it there for months. Get a little cat litter on the floor, poof, you're away. It's really good stuff.
Okay.
If you like cheap.
Yeah. Yeah, you got waxed card as well. That's quite a good one because that doesn't take up much space. The little makeup, the round makeup cleaner cotton buds, they're quite good to soak in wax as well. So there's loads of different ones out there, but I like the Brasso. That's quite a good one. And then there's also carrying liquids. This is one that really bugs the hell out of me, right? So I really like stuff that nests. So if you've got a cup and you can get your gas bottle and your burner and your stand and it all fits in one cup, yeah, that keeps me happy. Yeah, Trangiers. You get a Trangier burner and a little stove and then a massive great bottle of stuff and it don't fit in the cup. They need to make 100 ml, same size and shape as a gas bottle, mess carrier. You know what I mean? So something like when you have Pringles, you get the Pringles dip in a jar, something like that, but not glass. And trust me, I've been looking for probably a couple of years to find something that's the right sort of size.
Why don't you drill a hole in an old gas bottle and put a cork in it?
I have thought that, but then I'm worried about it's going to leak. Worried it's going to leak. But yeah, I have considered it. But you also need an air vent. You need 2 holes in it. So you're going to need one to let the air in and one to let the fuel out. So I'd have to drill 2 holes in it. So I'd need 2 corks. But I was thinking of gluing a couple of nuts onto it. Then drill the hole, glue a nut on top of that, and then you've got a thread. And then something like that. So but
as I said to you before, if you had something like a thick water balloon type material, so it would mould the shape, like like the balls you get in the summer play on the kids beach with your kids, tennis balls. One of them that you could fill up and so it's pliable, but
yeah, but meths is brutal stuff because it eats the rubber seals, doesn't it? When you've got the little burners and you put the lid on, it eats. Budgecraft to Chris, what have I missed? Not a lot. Not a lot. It's just such it's such a stinky thing to use as well, which brings us on to another bit of what we got here. London's Wild Camping. Some sort of bladder for mess, so toilet roll, cooking oil, large tin, it burns for about 2 hours. Oh, right, okay. Yeah. We'll come back to that one, Lundy. So with Trangiers, what fuels are people using? Because most of the time they call them meths burners, but meths is getting more and more expensive. It stinks. I've been using bioethanol. I find that a lot better.
But that's not any cheaper, is it?
I found you can buy it in like you can go into B&Q and buy like 5 litres quite easy, whereas meths is always a tiny little bottle. A lot of people use acetone as well, nail varnish remover, but
I've used that a fair bit.
it's stinky though. I don't know what fumes that's giving off. It's kind of ethanol is favourite.
But they use the rubbing alcohol, the denatured alcohol as well, and that's been quite good.
Yeah. Oh, home bargains, cheapest chips. There you go. Yeah, but ethanol's good. It's just when you light it, it's a very clean flame. You don't see anything, which is burns a lot cleaner because it is alcohol. Whereas meths, it's wood alcohol, and it's denatured alcohol. So they put the purple stuff in there to make people sick. Make it look like dark fruit cider. Yeah. I do like a Trangia, and I'd like to be able to take it more. It's just that the bottle bugs me. There needs to be some sort of better way of carrying meths, or a Trangia fuel of some description, But
I'm not a big fan of carrying mess burners in with your cook's kit anyway, because as you say, you do get stink. Yeah. I'm not a fan.
No, it is a bit. It's a bit irritating because
sorry, I am a fan of meths. I'm not a fan of putting in the cook's kit.
Yes, that's true. Would Capri Sun work as a bladder for meths? Yeah, it may do, but it's keeping it sealed because the last thing you want is meth leaking all over your kit because that's going to stink. And I've known people who've spilt meths on their sleeping bag, and because when meths evaporates, it takes the heat away. You end up having a very, very cold night. So where the alcohol is evaporating. So yeah, but the safe way is obviously using the proper Trangia bottle with the button on the top. There may be some way of modifying that with a gas can. I don't know, but anyway.
But carrying 100 ml of meths in a Trangia bottle ain't a big deal, is it? It's out your way in your side pocket.
Yeah, I know. But it's just me wanting to nest everything. I'm just obsessed with making stuff sort of nest and fit together, and then I know where all my cook kit is and where I know all of that is. I think what it is as well, where I work with kids a lot, I've got one bag that's got all my waterproofs in. I've got one bag that's got my hot, warm stuff in. So when I pack, I just go waterproofs, warm stuff, first aid kit, lunch, and that's me done. I'm just like, as long as I chuck 5 bags in, if I split all that up, which a lot of people do, I don't know what's in that bag, and I don't want to get out on the hills and go, I don't know what I've got. Forget something stupid like food or fuel, so I prefer to have.
I'm a nightmare. Mine's spread like a mad woman shit, and I'll grab it before I go.
No, on bushcraft camps, it's totally different. But when I'm mountain leading, I probably get 10 minutes, not even that, to get changed and pack my bag, because I've just packed everybody else's bags, got everyone else sorted, make sure they're safe, and then I've got to sort my own stuff out afterwards. So I run upstairs, and then by the time I come back down, everyone's really, really bored and, oh, come on, where you been? Yeah, so yeah, nesting cuts down on space, and that's kind of where I'm at. I want to try and get my amount of kit lighter and take up less space, so I can put it in a smaller bag ultimately, so I carry a 40 litre instead of a 60, and depending on the weather, obviously.
Or get a bigger bag and lighter equipment.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's always a trade-off. It's always a trade-off. You can have really, really expensive stuff that don't last 5 minutes, and you can have some real cheap stuff that lasts for years. It's difficult. Anything that's sold at fuel line. Anything that's sold at fuel line antifreeze. Okay. Yeah.
Do we have fuel line antifreeze over here?
No. I think that you can get like fuel additives, didn't you?
Well, I mean, like they're talking about the heat and stuff. The cold start stuff you spray. Used to spray in the car. Now you put it in your air filter.
Yeah.
But do we get liquid versions of that over? I don't know.
I've never had to use it, and modern
coal
car.
tar in the spray, isn't it?
Yeah, and unless it's some fuel additive you put in the tank that stops your fuel, because they do with diesel, it goes sludgy, doesn't it? It goes all like turns into butter. So yeah. What about lighting then, people? So we've gone through. We've done some stoves, done a bit of shelter. What about lighting? What sort of improvised lighting have we got?
You've obviously got the Trex 48-hour candle. Thank you, Motorcycle Wild Camper. The work's an absolute treat. You've got the pine cone and scrap candle wax. Every time my missus does her candles, I always scrape it out and fill a pie dish. I'm doing jazz hands again, Bruce. Fill the pie dish with like a pine cone, bit of cotton wool, and those candles. The only trouble is they do smell like a tart's handbag. So if you're trying to be discreet in the wood and you get a whiff of lilac.
Yeah.
You've got the tin can tea light.
Yeah, tea lights. Tea lights. I do like those little the storm lanterns. I think they just look very bushcrafty. But you buy some on if you buy cheap ones on AliExpress, or eBay or whatever, they're more for show. They're just crap.
Cheap one that works a treat. Ronnie Sunshine's doing, and I believe I got mine for about £6. I've had it 2 or 3 years now, and it's mint. I love it. A bit rusty. I'm due another.
Yeah.
But never had to wick it or anything like that.
Oh, that's good.
Really good.
Use your hands with the really cheap ones. The wick wind up because the metal is so thin. It all just goes to crap and
they leak.
And they leak. Oh god! I was getting my car serviced, so I ended up with a courtesy car. And I was like, "Sorry, I'm still going to go camping." I used it, and I had a lantern, but I put citronella lamp oil in it instead. And then coming back from camp, it fucking pissed all over the back of this car. The whole car just smelt of lemon. It fucking stank. Yeah, it was not good.
Ain't good stuff, is it?
No.
There you go. Low Fresh just said about that thing, Heat brand. I don't think they do it over here. I've seen like Sugar Mac use it when they go out camping. But we don't have it in the UK, I don't think.
No.
And it certainly wouldn't be as cheap as Max was if we did have it in UK. You'd probably be talking about £5 a bottle, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's very true.
Who else we got in, mate?
We got Bodgecrafter Chris. Been trying for the last few days to get bow drill fire going. So has anyone tried any friction fire? Because that's part of my 5,000 subscriber giveaway. Have a go of some friction fire and either tag me on Instagram or do a video and give me a shout out on YouTube, which I think is fair enough. So the links for down below for Nobby's Instagram and his YouTube channel, and there's my Instagram on there as well. And you're already on my channel, so there's no point putting my own on there, is there?
Cheers, by the way. It's very kind of you.
That's right, no worries. But even if you don't have to get flame. Just have a go. That's all I really want to see. Just everyone giving it a go. If you can get smoke, that's good. But Chris has been on it for about 2 or 3 days. He's been struggling on and swearing, and And Woodland Ways, they're all on lockdown at the moment. And Jason Ingemels has got his own YouTube channel, and a load of his guys have done videos, like just from their home in their back garden. And one got released today, where Ian Nerin, I think his name is, was doing friction fire in his back garden and was giving some really good little tips. So it's well worth a check out if you get a chance. Just done hand drill today. Yeah, no, it's well worth a look. Just some little nuances that there was a couple of little bits that I hadn't done before. So,
in fairness, Jimmy's been preparing his hands for years for this moment. They are basically one big callus, haven't they, Jim?
Yeah, I did hand drill the other day. with what do I have?
Bamboo.
MDF and a garden cane. It was all I had, but I got it going in the end. It just took a long time. The thing is, your hands start hurting, and you're getting the heat into it, and you're like, I can't stop because my hands are hurting, but you just have to. And then as soon as you stop, you lose the heat because it's so much smaller than a bow drill. So
I've got to give it a crack. I've been a bit of a lazy bugger recently. Yes. No, we're not putting any content out. It's hard going, isn't it, when you can't disappear and get creative.
it really is. And I took the dog out today, and I took like my Laplander and a knife with me in case I saw anything that I could bring back. So I was I'm trying. I had a go at making string from plastic bottles. You seen the videos where they just pull through the string?
Well, saw
It is not as easy. Yeah, it is not as easy as they make out. Oh my God, Matt's in the house. Hi, Matt. How's it going? Yeah, we're all good. We're all good. So yeah, you get a Coke bottle, cut the bottom of it off, and then make some little device. Now I've made probably about 6 devices, and there's one that kind of works, but they're too inconsistent because they're like the thickness is really inconsistent on it. And I've tried properly hard. Anyway, so I've now run out of plastic bowls, so I'm going to need to save up some more and then have another go. But the idea was to make a load, then make some sort of weave, some sort of basket, and then to hold the basket together, I was going to pour hot water on it so it all sort of shrunk a little bit. So sounds like a really good idea, but I could not get it to work because it's very springy and inconsistent, and I may have to do it a lot thinner, and I don't know. But that was one of my ideas for something you could do at home when you were bored. But
see, I get it if you for a survival method, but for one, plastic don't like the sunlight. So if it's been laying on a beach and you've been stranded on for God knows how long, how much use is it actually going to be?
Yeah.
And the effort actually into using it, I think I'd rather, I don't know, make a rudimentary rope out your cows.
Yeah. I've seen some quite good stuff where they get the cordage and they wrap it around something, and then they use a heat gun on it, and then it shrinks like heat shrink. And that's pretty decent. They were making furniture and stuff and putting all the joints together with that. And there's got to be a way. And I tried it with my jet boil because I don't know if anyone here has got a jet boil, but there's a cup on the bottom of a jet boil. They call it a cup, and it's this crappy little plastic thing it's just useless. I think it's only just to protect the bottom. I don't even know why it's on there. But I tried to get a 3-litre Coke bottle and put the jet boil in it and then heat it up so the bottle clamped around it so I could use that to carry the water in as well. It's like a second cup to pull off. But then once you boil the water, you can't make a coffee in it straight away because then it will stop. Then it will shrink again, and but it's worth a go.
Forever thinking, ain't you?
Yeah. It's always trying to come up with hacks and stuff. So the other thing with the making the plastic cordage, you can twist it into ropes and make fishing line if you can get it thin enough to make fishing line. I don't know how you would do that. How you could get it thin enough and long enough at the same time, don't know. But the other one with cordage is if you've ever done stinging nettle cordage, with the twist, you can do it with cling film. Really good way of practicing and a really comfortable and consistent way of making string as well. Because you just get a massive, great load of cling film and just sit there twisting it. And you can make like loads of stuff. Really good one to do with kids as well, make little bracelets and stuff. And depending what cling film you use, it come out different colours. You get green ones and blue ones and pink ones. So catering cling film usually comes out pink. But a really good practice for making cordage, which is pretty decent. There's also twisting carrier bags together to make cordage, bits of fabric, and any kind of sort of long fibre stuff. You can make cordage out of with that reverse twist. So
Not see, I've really gone a lot into the bushcrafty side of stuff.
Yeah.
I've used it when I've had to use it,
Hmm.
but it's not a case that I know what I'm doing. It's a case of, oh, that looks like it worked.
Yeah, but then that's the whole thing. Bushcraft is just bodging it, really. It's just
Mate. You'll be ostracised from the playing community. You say
bodging it, right? It is bodging it because you're going out into the wilderness. You don't know what you're going to have for dinner. Don't know what your shelter's going to be like, and you have to make the most of what is there. So if you've got an idea in your head of I'm going to make this shelter, you get there and the trees or the debris isn't there, so you have to change the plans. You have to budget. Yeah. You adapt. You adapt to the situation. So you are kind of winging it and making it up as you go along, and that's the whole point of staying adaptable and practicing these sorts of skills as well.
It doesn't having a clue though, does it?
No, but I quite like it because it is like that kind of mental. It is a challenge. It's that mental exercise of am I gonna build this thing? Am I gonna do this? You can always use a plait to make cordage. Yes, you can. Yeah, on things like really weak stuff like reeds, you can plait them together because usually you can't get the decent twist. Yeah, bushcraft is a byproduct of camper who forgot his kit. Yeah,
that's about right. Man.
Yeah, bushcraft is a bit sort of reenactment, and that's pretty much it, isn't it? It's like reenactment a little bit, and then
the mother of invention, mate.
Yeah, and then just being then it's the finesse of doing it. Lighting a fire easily and making a shelter easily. Not having to struggle with it. And that's kind of most bushcraft. But wild camping as well. That's there's wild camping, prepping. There's so many different facets to it. You don't have to be a bushcrafter. You don't.
That's we're going slightly off topic, but that's the thing that does me with this whole wild camping shit in the middle. I see some of this kit out there, and it does this, it does that. I look at it as, do I need that? I need to be able to eat up some water, cook some food, and I need to be warm when I'm sleeping and dry.
Yeah.
That's as long as those boxes are ticked. If I've got a bit more room, I'll actually take the speaker or something. But some of these gadgets and gizmos, until the day I die, I will not understand the necessity of a jet boil.
No. And I'm not. I've got a jet boil. I won it. I think I won a forest prepper ages ago. But it's just so disappointing because you used to be able to replace the igniter on it, the piezo ignition. It was £1.99 for a new igniter. Now you got to buy the whole burner unit, and the igniters on them are rubbish. So now every time I take it out, I've got to remember to take a lighter. It's just irritating.
Yeah.
Over a £1.99 starter because I would have bought 10 of them, and had some spares. But yeah, it's just annoying. Yeah, bushcraft. So we've had a bit of shelter, we've had a bit of cordage, we had a bit of stoves. No, we haven't done stoves yet. We've done lighting, haven't we? The other one I come across the other day was a sand stove.
Yeah.
Just get a jar, fill it up with sand, and then pour oil in the sand. Or salt you can do it with as well, but it just seems a waste of salt. I don't know why you do it with salt. And then put a wick in that, and then it saves you having to use as much oil. Because a jar full of oil is going to burn for like 100 hours. That's way too much.
Once again, it brings you straight back to Trex. I don't know if you could put a wick in Trex.
It should be able to.
Yeah, I would have thought so. I don't know what sort of wick. Would you get away with a bit of toilet roll?
Yeah, you're probably better off having cotton for a wick or a bit of canvas or something like that. Jet boil's great for making a cuppa and boiling a bag. Yeah. It's a good hiking stove, a jet boil, and it's a good wild camping type out on the hills type thing. It's all right, but for bushcraft, it's not a lot of point having a jet boil, to be honest.
Yes, I don't know. Even when you're out hiking, you always have a chance of a pigeon. Who don't like a sausage when you're out hiking?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
But each to their own. Each to their own.
Yeah. That's the other annoying thing with the Jetboil. You can't, the pot stand you have to buy separately, which is 20 quid for a little bit of metal. Stupid.
Yeah. Whereas you could make a fancy feast stove and you're done.
Yeah, yeah.
Use it for 5 years, throw it away and spend another 20p making another one.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that. But yeah, I think meths is probably the way to go. Or alcohol burners are the way to go. And they're so silent as well. I think that's when you're doing, when you're doing a little stealth camp and then you got to light up your gas stove and it sounds like a blooming jet taking off. It's just not as nice. But
Podgecraft have made a fancy feast. I rate them, the stoves. I really do. It replaced my transient.
Which one's the fancy feast? Is that the one you sent me?
The two got cat food tin and a tomato paste tin.
With a loft lagging around the inside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's hollow in the middle with the loft lagging around the outside of the...
Yeah. Yeah, you sent me one of them for your giveaway.
Have you used it?
Yeah, I've used it.
The others I sent you were pretty tosh, right? But
yeah, penny stoves. I've never got on with penny stoves. I always think they're a bit pants.
No, I've used them a fair bit, and they do work. Without a shadow of a doubt, they do work. Out of all of the homemade stoves I make, they're not the least efficient, but the least user-friendly. But they're great to make with kids.
Yeah.
You know, and they look, when they all plume properly, it looks like a gas hob. The kids are...
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
And you're guaranteed at least one of the nippers to pick up the penny.
Yeah. Be like the strange little Nazi out of Raiders of the Lost Ark with the burn on his hands. Yes. What other kit have you guys bought?
Just a quick thank you to Bodgecrafter Chris. Hey. Oh, you found a use for me.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it? This was saying how many people were watching earlier, and I can't see now.
18.
Oh, 18. No, that's not too bad. It's not too bad.
Not too bad at all, mate.
Yeah. So what other kit have you guys made yourselves? Because this is sort of a topic that I'm pretty interested in. So the wood gas stoves. I made one of those the other day. I did a light boiling water with a can of tuna, where you take the lid off the tuna, squish it down, put toilet paper on it, boil your water, cook some rice, and then you can eat your rice and then lift the burnt toilet paper off the top of the tuna, and then you can have some burnt plastic tasting tuna and rice. It's really nice.
Did you eat it?
Yeah, I did. No, it was all right. It actually, I would say 99% of the heat goes straight up. So the tuna itself was kind of tepid. It didn't even get that hot. It wasn't even burnt. But it was just that concern, because cans nowadays all have plastic inside them. So Mac Tightwad's making a Bergen. Yeah, you're showing off, Mac. That's not fair.
I'll tell you what, though, mate. Now, they do... I don't know, it's Ali. I'm making a concerted effort this year, by the way, to move away from buying from China. I really am. Because as much as I like the price, it ain't really that. It don't sit right with me ethically, if I'm honest with you. I'd much rather buy British.
Yeah, totally.
But, these cottage industries over here are expensive.
Yeah, Etsy, you get some really good stuff. I quite rate Etsy for little...
But isn't that just made by the Chinese?
No, Etsy is all handmade stuff. So it's like eBay for... Yeah, that's where my wife sells her soaps on, is Etsy. So have you seen Greencraft channel?
More than likely.
Yeah, but he makes quite a lot of stuff. It's similar to us of making. He made a really good little face scarf the other day. So 2 triangles of parachute material, and he stitched it around the outside and left a little gap. Stitched it across the middle, put a piece of wire in it, and then in the top corner or the bottom corner, whatever, he sewed a penny into it. So when you fold it in half and put it around your face, the wire bends around your nose to make a seal, and the penny stays down by your neck and weighs it down. So if you sneeze or cough, it doesn't flick up. So and you just tie it around the back of your head. It's actually really good. Out of 2 bits of parachute material, it was decent, you know. But he sells those bits on his Etsy page. So,
I'll have a look at that.
yeah. Yeah, Mac, you're the man for making a Bergen. Yeah, Ed is doing a video on making his Bergen, but it's pretty difficult to film because no one wants to sit there watching stuff go through a sewing machine because it's boring.
Yeah.
So he has to sew a bit, stop, go out, clear a space, video that bit, go back in, and then that's right. It's just so easy to get carried away when you're stitching something up, and then you think, "Oh shit, I should have filmed that bit." Yeah.
It's that's what got me on the subject. I got waylaid. Sorry, I'm a bit crook today. I ain't feeling straight. It was the Bergen. On AliExpress, they do those free UFL Bergens, which look brilliant. Really, really, really lightweight. But it got me thinking, how hard can they be to make yourself? And why ain't there anything over here on the market?
Yeah.
Because, you know, you're talking 40, 50 quid for a Bergen from there, which is what you pay for a starter Bergen in Decathlon and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting a little bit more, but the materials ain't that expensive. Why isn't then someone out there being able to make it for 55 quid over in the UK? So you didn't have to wait that 10 days.
Yeah. And the thing is, America is so good for little cottage industries that they like all the Cuban fiber stuff, the ultra light tops and God knows what else.
Dutch wear gear is all the cottage industry. You know, all the hammock underquilts and everything out there, the top quilts, they're all made by cottage industries.
Yeah, but can you get them over here? No, not for without getting absolutely murdered on import duties and postage and such a shame because
you get a couple of like what do you call it, down underquilts over on eBay, but you can pay 200 quid and you never see a review on them. And you're like, well, they could be brilliant.
Yeah.
I'd much rather have a crack myself. I was going to do a video on how to make one of them, Bruce, but I thought it was just too quick and too simple.
Yeah. I made one as well.
But the price of them to buy, they're a bloody fortune.
Yeah. So explain what it is instead of waving it in the camera.
Basically, you run a line through that, tie off the trees, attach your camera to the bottom, and it runs down the line and follows you for a nice smooth shot. I don't know what they're called, a glider or something, is it?
Yeah, something like that.
I used a glider.
Yeah.
And I've done a few test runs with it. It works really well. I could make it a lot better with some better casting wheels and stuff. Camera attaches there. But I was going to make a vid on how to make it, but it don't get simpler to make it. After the first 30 seconds.
Yeah. I do find that with a lot of videos. It's like, just show me what you're making and I'll know how to make it. Just show me the picture and I go, oh yeah, that's really cool. I'll make that. Yeah. Instead of spending 10 minutes explaining where you got the casters from, it's like, get on with it.
But I think when I was looking at buying one of them, I think that was about 70, 80 quid. I mean, that thing did me for what, four quid. So, you know, surely there's someone out there that can make them for 15.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and on Man Stuff TV's channel, guys, go and give him a sub. He cut up his old tumble dryer. First of all, we made at the drum, he made a burner out of that, and then he's cut up the metal off the side of it and made himself a bush box. It's actually that actually works pretty well. So, but the bush boxes, like the eBay, AliExpress type little bush boxes, I think they're blooming brilliant because they do the job. I've got a problem with the bigger, heavier like Bushcraft XL type things. Not the XL, was it Bushcraft Essentials? That's the ones, because they're just so heavy. Because I know they don't distort, as much, but they're also, knocking on 90 quid, whereas I could buy a whole load of the others. I don't see a purpose for them.
Woods of Wisdom mentioned 10th Wonder, which is a great shout, mate. I've got loads of 10th Wonder kit.
Yeah.
One thing I would say, and it's the same with the DD hammocks, and this is just me personally, no one over here makes a long enough bloody hammock. Their biggest hammocks are 3 metre, which is what, 9.5 foot. That's a foot shorter than what I need to get a perfect diag lie. It just is. And well, you know what I mean, but I've knocked a few up, you've got one on the way to you. You wait till you lay it. It's a game changer.
Yeah.
And stuff like not. Well,
yeah, even like the DD's standard hammocks, like what they called front lines and travel, and the Hornet, you can't get a diagonal lie in them. Or I can't get a diagonal lie in them because I'm too bloody tall, right? And I'm not that tall. I'm like, knocking on 6 foot, but okay, if you're a hobbit, yeah, you can get a diagonal lie on it. But most of the time, I'll end up with my head up a bit and my feet up a little bit, and you just, there's no other way of doing it because of the bug net and all that.
Don't get me wrong, I rate my Hornet. I really do rate my Hornet. It's a quality bit of kit. Comfort wise, their poncho hammock tarp is more comfy because that is massive, but it's also massive to carry and weighs a lot.
Yeah.
Their XL is a comfy hammock. It's not as comfy as the ones I make.
Okay.
A decent bridge hammock over here. Is there any?
No. Bridge hammocks, you have to make them.
Well, I mean, I knocked out a pound of Asher, and it is a real comfy lie. I'm not going to lie to you. It works a treat. It's more comfortable than sleeping on the floor every day of the week. But a War Bonnet Bridge Runner, which in itself isn't an expensive hammock, that's 70 quid, I think, which ain't a lot of money. By the time you get it over here, and by the time you've got an underquilt, you're in 150, 200 quid again.
Yeah. Can you buy surplus, even damaged parachutes? It's really annoying. Over here, with parachutes, the army, most of the time, slash them up with a knife.
That one I just made you is made from the inner liner of the parachute. That's why it's so thin and so strong. And you can get as much of that as you like. It comes in roll.
Yeah, but they slash them up to stop people going base jumping in them, because obviously the army would be responsible for selling them to you. So most parachutes that you buy surplus, someone's gone through them with a Stanley knife and bloody destroyed them, which is really annoying.
Here's another one for you. And it used to be something that was always around. I know I had one when I was a young lad. Do you remember the stuff that was made out of parachute material, but like a light hoodie? People used to run in them. Proper silk.
Yeah.
When was the last time we saw one of them?
Yeah, like wind cheaters, yeah.
Yeah, and they were used to keep you really bleeding warm, were fairly windproof. I would say that was 20 times what I last used as a wind cheater, not one I made an actual bought one. I've never seen them again.
No. Yeah, I know what you mean. But that Tyvek one you did, that was bloody decent to keep the wind off, yeah? And drizzle.
And light drizzle.
Yeah, but that's
still going.
Yeah, no, that's really good. I was going to buy one, but then this COVID shit came out, and there's like no way you're going to get hold of a Tyvek suit at the moment.
So straight line sleep, it's not too bad, but it's just for extension on your knees. My joints are screwed, mate. Sorry, I was reading the comment there. Woods of Wisdom.
Yeah. No, yeah, it is an awkward one, isn't it? Straight line sleep's all right, but it's getting it right, because if you over tension it, then you're really uncomfortable, and if you're under tension it, you just got to get it just right.
I always preferred hammocks to tents, and I've slept in 3 metre hammocks for ages and ages and ages. When that ridge line come in and the 10.5 foot hammock, it is that step up again. It's from when you stop sleeping on the ground, sleeping in a hammock, to sleeping in a hammock and having a proper diag lie. It's the difference in comfort again.
Yeah.
But it could just be me with my rickety old shingle-like body.
Yeah. Well, no, I got the 10th Wonder Ultralight XL when that hasn't got the bug net on it, and I can get a diagonal lay on that, and that's proper nice and comfy in that.
Yeah, that's
So
a 3 metre hammock. That's the longest one they do.
Yeah, and that's really comfortable, you know, and you got plenty of room to kind of move around, and you know, and you can roll over them front sleep as well, which is, you know, a lot of time I usually go to sleep laying on my front, then roll over, and then wake up with a hood and my sleeping bag over my face. That's just like the standard for every single camp I've ever done. Wake up in the morning going, I'm blind. Yeah, but that's just the way
I'll tell you what would be good, and I think they do them one Tigress themselves. But the shape, you know, that double underquilt thing I bought.
Yeah.
The way that sets up and the way it fits around the hammock is really, really good.
Yeah.
But if you had one of them made out of the same shape out of a Costco down throw, you're on to a winner. Big time on to a winner. Goes back to who makes down over here.
Yeah. Yeah. The other little project I saw out of parachute material was a Moors scarf or a Moors blanket. You ever heard of one of them?
No.
So there's an old bushcrafter, Swedish or something, called Moors, and it's basically a sleeping bag size bag made out of parachute material, but it's got the top corner. The top corner is bug material, so it scrunches up really, really small, and you put it around your neck as a scarf. You can pull it up over your face as a you know, to keep your face warm, and then you can pull that corner over your head and have a bug net over your head, or you can put the whole thing over your body as like a wind sheet. You know, like if you're, or you can stuff it with leaves and make a mattress. It's just one of those like super multi-use kind of bits of kit that's dead simple to make. I'm pretty sure it was Greencraft who made it. He's got a video on how to do it, but it was just basically a sleeping size like bivvy bag with the top. So I'm trying to see my hands. So the top corner, just a diagonal little bit of bug net. So you can put that over your head and have a bug net if they're peeing you off, or you can make a scarf out of it. Just really, really useful kind of bit of kit.
Lost my train of thought. I was just thinking the same then. And it was brilliant. It would have been the best thing you ever heard.
What's that?
Oh
well. This said it was just Bruce on my feed who invited the fat lad.
Who said that? Oh, him.
Yeah, but I prefer 10th Wonder hammocks, and they got all their stuff back in stock because they lost everything, didn't they? At one point, they had nothing.
The only, and it ain't a negative, I say, I really, really, really rate them. I have got loads of their stuff. I've recommended them to people getting into it, and I'll always recommend them to people getting into it. But reliability for me is one of my bugbears. If you have something like the Hornet, have it in stock.
Yeah.
You should never disappear off your website for 5 or 6 months.
No, and the Hornet is cracking. And I've got the Bivvy. So the Bivvy is like the Hornet, but it's only a single skin underneath. But the bug net on it is black material, see-through black material. So it's so much darker inside it. So you do get really good sleep. And then you wake up in the morning, unzip it, and it's like, whoa, geez, I didn't realise it was that light. So that's really good about it. But the tarp that comes with it, there's a little tarp. So you can put a tarp that's the length of the hammock, just a bit longer than the hammock. And you can have it pegged out normally, or you can Velcro it to the sides of the hammock, which I don't really trust Velcroing it because it looks like the water could get in somehow. And you can use the tarp as a second hammock to put your gear in. So, and that's cheaper than the Hornet as well. It's like 42 quid.
Yeah.
Cracking bit of kit.
But see, with 10th Wonder, once again, it's only bleeding me. Why not? Much like the Hennessy's and everyone do, why not get rid of those bloody stupid poles at the end and have a static ridgeline. That way, you can have it adjustable, but you always get the same lie every time. Your bug net's off your face and you ain't got to worry about bending poles.
Yeah, the static ridgeline is just a game changer. It really is, and none of my hammocks have got it. Yeah, I could put it on the XL.
Oh no, you have.
Yeah, I'll go post yours tomorrow. Your box. So, let's read some of these comments because we're just prattling away here. What could you do with loads of eucalyptus trees if you was in Cyprus? I was in Cyprus recently and I did notice a lot of eucalyptus trees. So gum trees, they call them in Australia, are properly flammable because they contain a lot of oils and they're so heavy. They're properly heavy. One more. Yeah.
I'll get abused.
Yeah, but eucalyptus itself is absolutely crap for carving. It will carve okay, and you'll carve a nice bowl, and you go, I'm really happy with that. But the water content is so high because they're designed for desert and hot countries like Australia. When they dry out too quickly and crack. And there's like, you could put them in a fridge, you could put more oil, soak them in oil, but at the end of the day, they're going to crack. So carving wood, it's crap.
Just as a quick question, this is purely for me. In the live chat, how many people out there actually whittle and carve when they're out in the woods? If you do, put a 1. If you don't, put a 69. Because I don't, and I really should. I've even got the kits, but I never do.
Well, see, the thing is, that's one of my first things that got me sort of back into the wild camping and the bushcrafty stuff. I couldn't sleep one morning. It was about 5:30 in the morning, and I got up and I relit the fire. It was still dark, and there was a bit of wood that we were mucking around with, and I just sat there, just whittling a spoon. Yeah, just sitting there whittling a spoon as all the woodland come alive around me, and all the birds started singing, and the sun came along. It was amazing. It was just like sitting there with me coffee, the little campfire going, carving my spoon. I was just like so happy with that. It was so cool.
See, it looks like I am just a lazy bastard. Yeah. In my defence, and I'm sure lots of people like it, it's the amount of time I'll get out in the woods. Me and you spoke about it before, Bruce. I'll do dad thing. I'll get up there in the afternoon, set up, cook, chill for a bit, have a beer, have a go on myself.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's the Samuel Ware. That sounds familiar. So there's like stealth camping type stuff. You're going in darkness and you're leaving in darkness, aren't you? You're just, you don't get anything done. All you're doing is sneaking out there, sleeping in the woods and buggering off. You might cook some sausages or something, but like to do bushcrafty type making stuff and building projects, you need to be out there a whole day. You need some daylight.
You need a weekend.
Yeah. So when you finish work at 5 o'clock and then drive a couple of hours to a decent permission, by the time you get there, you're setting up in the dark, and so you need to make your camps like a good couple of days at least. So, who's sending you abusive messages?
No, I'm answering the chat.
Yeah.
Sorry, dead out. Best brand in the chat.
Yeah.
He's just a funny sod, mate. He's got a strange affection for Panama Whitbread.
Okay. Look, I've got 26 people watching. What's this all about? Yeah.
What's your guess, mate?
Rain dance bushcraft. How's it going, Jesse? Long time no see. How's it going? I think Rain Dance Bushcraft was probably started off around the same time as I did, so I've like always watched his stuff. He's over in Canada though, the smug git, and he's got some very very nice axes and drinks some rather amazing beer as well. But other than that,
Yeah, definitely best if you got permission there, mate. Jimmy, it's
yeah,
hard to come by. I mean, when I come over here, just trying to get permission to shoot rabbits and go ferreting, because I don't have an Isle of Wight accent. You know, I'd be one of them Albiners, and it's very hard for me to get.
yeah, yeah. It's permissions are so difficult, especially in Essex. All they want to do is shoot pheasants and pigeons and stuff in the woods. And if there's a little scrap of woodland, it's just littered with 12 bore cartridges. Yeah, so it's not an ideal place for do sneaky camps and overnighters. The occasional little patches of wood don't get any hunting done in there because there's a bit of public access, so they can't. But I've kind of got a permission now, but the woodland's just like so young and it's all very samey. It's only birch and ash, which is a bit dull. So yeah, when you want to make all your projects out of a bit of hazel and use some elder and nah.
See, I've got two, and I've got the world's tiniest permission. Great little spot for a solo camp or two of you to go out. Only really useful in the winter because otherwise the bugs are a nightmare.
Yeah.
And another one that is, once again, great to use, but if you park nearby, your car's going to get mullered by cows. The bloke who let me have it, every single panel on his motor has got a cow dent in it.
Oh, God.
It's Wedge Farm.
Yeah. Yeah. So the cow
all happened in one day.
Oh my God.
So I can't really, I'd have to walk there, which ain't a big deal. It's only about 4 or 5 miles away.
Yeah.
And as for me hunting permissions, which I've got a lot of acreage, I ain't no bleeding rabbits on.
No. Is that because everyone else is hunting them?
No, just wrong sort of crops, wrong sort of permission.
Right.
I'll get lost few. Right, you keep busy, Bruce. I need to go on a bloot.
Yeah, okay. See you in a minute. Yeah, so what projects have you guys been making at home? So I've done obviously things like leathercraft and sewing. Sewing machine is probably quite a decent thing for you guys to get, or nick your missus's one. I actually got my wife to buy me a sewing machine. It's actually my sewing machine, but really good for fixing your own kit and modifying stuff. If you want to, if you've got a rucksack and you think, oh, I need an extra pouch on this, I need an extra this, instead of sitting there sewing it by hand for ages, sewing machine just so much easier. Just opens up another dimension of stuff you can do while you're stuck at home, especially in this situation. So if there is a sewing machine up in your loft, go dig it, get it out, and have a play. Cut up some old pairs of jeans and make some bags, or strip down an old sofa. The amount of times I've jumped out of my car and skinned a sofa when I've seen a leather sofa at the size. Your leather work is epic, Bruce. Oh, thank you. It's all right. It's when you actually see it in your hand, you realise how disappointing it is. It's just the lenses I use. Yeah, so Woods of Wisdom, he's had a really lovely, it was all chestnut, well, mostly chestnut. There was some willow and lime and bits in there. But yeah, that was absolutely gutting because it's a crop and they've coppiced a lot, just flattened it. So I'd like one so I could fit a skirt on my lavu. I've seen that as a really popular conversion. Is just to make the lavu that smidge higher, so you can lay down fully in it. But with my lavu, when I pitch my lavu, I usually pitch it so it's oval, just to give me that little bit of extra length on it.
But with the Lavu skirt, that's nothing that a bit of ripstop nylon and Velcro wouldn't solve. That way you can have it or not have it.
It's a good idea. It's a good idea.
And ripstop nylon's a lot easier to bleed and cut, and Velcro's a lot easier just to stick.
Yeah. So you've been practicing too much with the full Monty, innit? With your rip-off trousers, with your rip-off skirt. See, it's all coming out now.
It's not a full Monty. Even today, I got the 10-second calling when I was out walking the dogs in the woods. You need them rip off.
Yeah, true. I'm looking at doing some leather with a settee leather to good use. Yes, so things like you cut a circle of fabric, punch holes all the way around, stick a drawstring through it. That's pretty decent.
I need a magnet for me catapult as well around my neck. Still haven't done that.
What's that? To put all the balls on? The ammo?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so paranoid with magnets. So obviously doing the mounting stuff, if I take a magnet out, it's just going to murder my compass. And I just can't take the risk of having anything with a magnet in it.
Purely for when I go out hunting with my catapult.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. A Velcro bathtub ground sheet on the Lavu. That's a good idea. You could have a lock and fill out with water then, couldn't you? Yeah.
Done the mini chair. Nice one, Samuel.
Yeah. I'm still really impressed with my the heating, the reverse Dakota fire pit that I done my Lavu. That worked. That was the tits. That was really good. I need to get that planted in the ground, get a permission, and just leave that in the ground the whole time, and then just when I turn up, stick the Lavu over it. Even
if you can get like an old terracotta pipe.
Yeah, well, I've got a steel pipe. It's perfect. I've still got it. Yeah, terracotta would be good. But even heated up where it came under. The thing I think we thought about afterwards, if we had a longer under the ground pipe, you could put a tent on it. And then the pipe come out the other side of the tent, so it just warms the ground up. Because it really did make a difference. Because it was only 6 inches under the ground. So
Magnus mess with the tinfoil hats.
They can read your brain. Yeah, you need the proper tinfoil. Yeah, I do know this.
You're the best with conspiracy theorists. I'm not the best with conspiracy theorists.
No. Well, all you need is all the tinfoil made before the 1970s, because that was before they put all the little holes in it so they could still read your brain.
Gotcha.
It's all modern tinfoil's perforated now. It's got little atomic holes in it, whereas it never used to.
See you later, Anne. That's Survive the Night. I'm saying goodbye.
Yeah.
Well done in your 1,000, by the way, mate.
Yeah, well done. Did you do that on a video, Lundy's? Yes, I did. Yes. It's just look through. If you, I don't know. Yeah, there's a picture of a Lavu with smoke coming out of it, so you'll see. I even lit the fire with friction fire. I was just like full on bushcraft that weekend. You can always come back to my permission and try it. Yeah, not at the moment though.
How did you get on, Jim? Because they trashed your camp, didn't they? Not trashed it, but didn't make it any better.
Whose camp got trashed?
Lundy.
Oh, is that the one where they were smoking weed in his camp?
Yeah. Yeah, they were smoking weed in his camp.
Yeah. I did see that one.
They burned it down completely. Jesus.
No.
It happens. I wear Camp Nobby. I knew it was weird. People had been there because there was a load of trash and this, that, the other, but it was at the back of it, about 30 foot away. So I don't know if they got that close and didn't actually see Nobby. I don't know how they could miss it.
Yeah, possible. Unless they're wandering around at night, they might miss it. But then again, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So when you was a youngster, if you came across a little bushcraft camp, would you have burnt it down?
No, not a million years.
No.
I'd have had a quick look through because you're guaranteed to have a load of old page threes or a scrap mag in there.
Yep.
But no, I wouldn't. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, that may be why. That may be why he's not leaving a quality porn there. I think that's probably what it is. Yeah, it's like, we're old now. We're supposed to be leaving it.
I know they. Sorry, Jimmy. I know they burnt one down quite a while back. But I thought when it Camp Gus, you said they'd gone to recently and copped about him. Who knows? They're toe reds. They need to act.
No respect.
In the words of the zoo hand, they need a foot upcut.
The thing is, well, don't know what that means. Yeah, no, I was trying to understand what Glenn had just written. There were the kids that made the camp when I was a lad. Camp when I was a lad? I don't know. Anyway. Yes, you're never going to stop kids trashing stuff, but then kids aren't. The only time they go out in the woods is they don't know what to do there because they haven't grown up mucking around in the woods. They haven't grown up playing with air rifles and slingshots and ninja stars and making explosives themselves and all the fun stuff we used to do. And herring around on mopeds and generally being a pain in the arse. They've missed out on all of that. So now kids are just not that self-aware. They're
genuinely not.
They're just not. And they'll sit there shouting and swearing at their mate. And you're like, mate, can you not swear? Oh, sorry, mate. Oh, I didn't realise. Then they're not rude. They just don't realise that anybody else is on the planet. They're just not self-aware. They just don't realise. And it's a really, really odd kind of situation because, it's all right when they got their headphones on at home and they're shouting and swearing down their PlayStation. They think they can behave like that on the street. It's really weird. It is really weird.
Yeah. So I thought there was one the other day. Someone had used one of yours, Jimmy. I'm sorry, I might be getting confused. I know a while back yours got burnt. I thought you said Camp Gus. I know you done Valhalla and all, but I don't think it was that one because that was a proper job you done down there, wasn't it? I don't believe no.
That is the problem. All the videos just merge into one after a while, don't they? I think at the moment I've been watching so much bloody YouTube. It's just like trying to catch up on stuff, and it's confusing.
I'll try to take a step back from it, to be honest with you. There's a few that I religiously watch. I always watch a lot of the smaller lot coming through, as I say, purely because people don't understand how much a comment or a like actually helps someone and actually gets them to go up. There's so many negative bastards out there. And if you're a negative bastard that likes to put people down, chill.
There's another thumbs down. Cheers, mate. It's still a view. I don't really care. But the problem I have with the smaller channels, like under 100 subs, I don't get to find out about them because I think it's just something with a bigger channel or a different channel. People are usually quite scared of contacting you or commenting and stuff. Whereas as soon as someone does, and you're like, oh right, and you can sub them back and see what they're up to. It's an awkward one with YouTube, really. And they don't, because they only want to promote all the good stuff, they don't promote any of the little guys, and you never get to find out about them. Then you never get to steal all their cool ideas and then show it on your own channel and make yourself look good.
Just wonder, Craig Webster saying about the negative ones, don't put any content about. There are a few out there, mate, that see themselves as gatekeepers. I'm not mentioning any names or anything like that.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
who I'm talking about. You know the sort of person I'm talking about, Bruce, didn't you?
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
seen lots of condescending negative comments from slightly bigger channels which are not helping anyone.
Yeah.
And I don't dig it. If you don't like it, don't comment. Don't watch it.
Hmm.
By all means, anyone's welcome to call me a prick on my account. It don't matter a crap to me.
The thing I don't understand with YouTube, why is there even a dislike button? There's no reason for it. You know, because if you was a news reporter and you showed some horrible terrorist incident or whatever on your YouTube channel and everyone goes, oh, it's deplorable, those poor children, and put a thumbs down on it, then that video won't get promoted. So really you have to watch this horrible, terrible video of something terrible that you don't agree with and give it a thumbs up. Why don't you say, I like that reporting, that was really, really good. I will press the like button. If I don't like it, I'll just stick my thumb up my arse. There's no need for the dislike video button at all. I rarely comment on big channels. Yeah, I'm not trying to get famous by association. Yeah, there is kind of. Oh, Ant's off to bed. Yeah, the famous by association thing though. I've had some channels have been like properly rude to me, and you're just like, there was no need for that. After I've been talking to them for ages, and then I've asked them to do something, they've just like flat out refused, which was just pants.
That association thing. There's one going on at the minute. Now, I like the podcast, as you know, and I listen to some bloke, not because I'm any sort of fan, but he speaks a bit of sense from time to time. He's a genuine bloke. He covers a load of news issues. His name's Tim Paul. No doubt a lot of you have heard of him. Quite a big YouTuber. And there's some little knobhead that popped into my radar ages ago about something else. Who is just a drama shithead. He's at Uni Rock, his name is Uni Rock 2, Lot of Rock a Lot, or some shit. But he's trying to call out this Tim Paul. Tim Paul's got, I don't know, 250,000 subscribers. I don't really care. Does good content. He's got like 15,000, and he's just trying to drag this bloke down. And you're like, why? Live.
Yeah, well, the thing is, if you cause enough hassle, and you cause enough, heartache and kick off enough, you'll get subscribers out of it because someone will get behind you. You throw enough dirt, and some of it will stick, which is pathetic.
Not for me, Shep. I mean, I know there's. I'm not sure if he's still in the chat. English Woodsman.
Yeah,
he used to get a lot of shit. And whether you like his channel or not, by the by, does he deserve getting shit for doing what he does? No.
If you don't like it, turn it off. And that's the thing. It's like I won't sit there watching review channels, but if I'm in the market for a new tent or a new whatever, then I will go onto review channels. Now, I won't subscribe to a review channel because it's not something they're not going to be reviewing the kit that's relevant to me. So they will still get their views, but maybe not yet. Sometimes these reviews can be 4 or 5 year old reviews, can't they? So they're like slow burners reviews. I find that with my Leathercraft videos as well. They're kind of slow burners. They'll just tick over and get a couple of views a week, but it all adds up after a while.
That was a tangent, wasn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. It takes so much effort to be horrible, but takes no effort to be nice. That's a load of bollocks, Glenn. Yeah. So go and sub Glenn anyway, because he's a small channel, and he does know rather a lot.
once again, big channel. I don't know how big it is, to be honest. You might only have, I don't know, 15, 30 there. Sure. You never get anything but him being genuine.
Yeah, and that's the thing, being genuine, and it's difficult. It's difficult because there is like I don't know what that's supposed to mean. What was I going to talk about? Yeah, just that kind of having a bit of integrity about you and not slagging other people off. You know, that's what we should be, and we should be trying to support other people because, you know, the only point of my channel is to kind of show my journey through wild camping, bushcraft, mountaineering, whatever stuff. You know, that's kind of the reason I do it, and to show other people that this stuff is quite easy to do. And it's available to other people, so sort of to educate other people. And that's why I do what I do. So there's no point having a go and being jealous and.
So the only point of my channel is if I didn't have it, there'll be no way for Real Brand to call me a dick on everything.
This is true. This is true. This is true. And I do think that that kind of community feeling from all the bushcraft channel and the amount of people I've got to know through just having a bushcraft channel is just so cool. You know,
Yeah,
like
I completely agree with you. 95% top lads.
yeah, and like Jesse Rain Dance Bushcraft, the guy over in Canada. If I hadn't had a channel, I'd never spoken to him. You know, so
and it does give you, you know, it inspires you as well. I mean, catapults. I would never have dreamt of getting a catapult.
No,
We bloody loves them now.
Yeah, the catties are quite good. The thing is, I'm not good at killing anything. I don't enjoy it.
I don't enjoy killing anything. I love eating it.
Yeah. And I've worked in slaughterhouses. It's just like I don't want to stuff it up. I don't want anything to suffer.
I'm with you 100%. I'm with you 100%. I don't enjoy butchering. Who enjoys skinning a rabbit?
Oh no, I enjoy it. I enjoy that.
See, that's a bit tasty. That.
Yeah. But no, but the actual
it's
killing
a bit
something.
raw or remote.
Yeah. That's why I go out camping in the middle of nowhere, to be remote.
Not remote, it's a bit raw mode.
Oh, sorry. Have you heard the really, really cool little bushcraft story about that? About rail moat. So what's that?
I heard what Gaza done.
Oh yeah, Gaza went down there with some KFC. No. So apparently the guy who taught Ray Mears, his like mentor, I don't know his name, but apparently he was going to be as big as Ray Mears, but he went to Korea and ate some dog as part of a documentary thing, and everyone hated him after that. So Ray Mears stepped up. Anyway, this guy, they said, there's a guy has shot a policeman and fucked off into the woods. We can't find him. So this guy wanders off into the woods with a load of policemen, and he just goes, right, sit down. So they all sit down, and all the policemen are like, come on, let's go find this geezer. Let's go find this geezer. This guy just sat there, leaned up against the tree for like 20 minutes, half an hour, just telling the police, like, just shut the fuck up. And he sat there listening to all the bird calls. And robins, because robins are kind of very, very territorial, they've got different calls for different species. So eventually, once they'd kind of, the woodland had kind of like settled into them being there, the robin called out that there is a bloke over here. So he just pointed and went, he's over that way. And the police went over there and found him. Just from a robin call. Now that's like proper ninja style tuning into your environment.
Would it have been such a good story if the police went storming over there and there was a couple of tramps having sex behind a bin?
Yeah. Still found someone. But I've heard of him doing other stuff, like just sitting there and saying, oh, a deer's going to come out over there, and then a deer will wander out, just because he's that tuned in to knowing all the calls and stuff. That's just proper cool stuff. But yeah, That was the little roll moat story, whatever his bloody name is. Anyway,
What's the weirdest stuff you've come across then when you've been out?
the weirdest stuff I've come across.
I've come across a dogger.
I haven't. No, I never have.
Oh, he froze.
Decent. That's decent. Yeah, you had a dog sniff your bum as well, didn't you?
Yeah, that's average, mate. As I say, and I don't know how true this is for everyone, but when it ain't lockdown, I would say I at least once or twice a week have a crap in the woods.
Right.
The chances that a dog ain't licked me balloon knot more than once is actually quite impressive.
Yeah, no, I don't often get that much chance to go and have a dump in the woods. I do quite enjoy it. I do like a poo with a view. It's good.
I've got to say, I don't go there too crap.
Just while you're out with the dogs.
If I'm having an hour's jog with a dog and I get old Jazan,
yeah,
you know, only one thing's happening.
That's fair.
Craig, I got very close to them because it was pitch black. I was out with the dogs. Dogs went running over. Started going Garrett. My dogs don't bark. Well, didn't. I only got one there. Went running over. So I shone my torch, and it would look like a bloke laying down. Got a bit closer. Saw this little peachy white arse sticking up in the air with a bird underneath him. So I've given it the old authoritarian shout. Get up! Not my dog's name, but I thought it sounded good. Tried to sound like a copper, come over, and he proper froze. Laid on top of her, played possum, and I walked within 2 foot of them, giggling like a motherfucker. Got about 50 yards down the road, and he jumped up, mate, and he ran for the hills with his missus pretty close behind him. I got pretty close, yeah. I could have fingered his schwinky if I wanted to.
All happens in the Isle of Wight, doesn't it?
We've all seen stuff on them there hills.
Yeah. The doggers have cars where I'm from.
Well, apart from the car park. They don't all stay in cars, do they?
Yeah, usually. It's fucking cold.
Someone Google that and find out if doggers stay in the cars all the time. Here, Big John, you'll know.
They have sheep here. So what other kit have we made, guys? So we've got like leather crafting stuff, making random bits and bobs, sewing stuff.
Something that is easy to make, and I do want to make, and you can do it with your Swiss Army knife little awl, is one of the bushcraft smocks out of a wool blanket.
Yeah. Yeah, but you do look like a twat, though.
You get to look like a warm twat.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking of making like a body warmer type thing. I've often thought that, or the stuff sack thing I said about a wool stuff sack, so you can put your feet in it.
But you have got a fair point. I mean, you wouldn't want to look a twat sitting in the middle of the woods cooking a sausage, sleeping in a hammock with you.
No.
You definitely wouldn't want to look like a twat.
Yeah. No, they are nice and warm. Stay safe, everyone. Catch you tomorrow.
See you, Big John.
See you, John. What was I going to say? Yeah, I don't know. There's some of the designs, they do look just ridiculous, like with these massive like goth hoods on them, and they're just some escaped wizard.
Anything I make is going to look ridiculous. Let's be honest about that.
This is true.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, something like a body warmer or something would be pretty good.
A gilet.
A gilet, yeah. I don't know.
What else could there be then?
Right, so
What you could do is knock up a cheap and nasty survival tin
yep,
for kids to do. This is for kids, I think you're talking about.
yep,
Yeah, a cheap, nasty survival tin. And you can incorporate all of that sort of stuff in there. Your firelighting.
yeah. So you can incorporate all the the little made fat wood and some cotton wool, a little bit of ferro rod, all in like a backy tin. Oh, char cloth as well. That's another good one to make, isn't it?
Yep. Old size oiling up his yokes on his kayak, a canoe even. I've got to sort mine out. It's just sitting there rotting away.
What's that sit on top you got in it?
Oh no, I've got loads. I've got an old town 174,
Right.
which is great. But there ain't no rivers over here, mate. Use a open canoeing.
Yeah. Oh, drop down to 15 now. We're getting boring. Yeah.
Surprised it took this long.
Yeah, exactly. I'm surprised. Hour and a half. Yeah. Yeah. So what's that?
I've missed saying. No shame in looking like Merlin. Ah, I'm with you now. Sorry, yeah, we're talking about the smocks. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I use punkwood. It's free and better. When you said it, char cloth. Yeah.
But they're saying, quite nice about cutting up your pants.
Yeah. Yeah, it's usually tea towels.
Fishing kits, the old hobo fishing thing. That's a good one, mate.
Yeah, hobo fishing reel. That's a good idea. So do you need a license for them? A fishing license?
If you're fishing rivers and that, and I'm not sure if you're allowed to your hand line over it.
Exactly.
I don't really know, but
yeah, because usually, like, you buy a license and that's for 2 rods. It's like, I'm not using a rod.
yeah, I really don't know. I'm not.
But it's like
really...
with catching crayfish. If you're netting crayfish, you need to have a license because you need to know the difference between the indigenous and the invasive crayfish. And also, the big trouble with the nets is they're worried that an otter's going to get in there. So an otter can get in there and then drown because it can't get out again. So that's one of the biggest things.
You a pot up with an otter in it.
Yeah, a dead otter as well.
No, I'd rather have a dead one than a live one.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll tell you that.
Yeah, true. Anyway, but if you just have bacon and a bit of line on a bit of string and a bit of bacon and a stick, you can go fishing for crayfish, no problem, and you don't need a license or anything. It's only when you're netting them. So.
Yeah, so we don't have. It sucks being on the island. We ain't got grey squirrels. We ain't got single crayfish. There's so much you can't grab.
I'll bring some crayfish over and release them.
Don't you believe me there?
No way. No, they're horrible little things. They absolutely devastate all the water supplies. And apparently they can crawl for 5 miles over land as well.
That's a long way.
That's a long way, exactly. But when it's wet weather, they can just carry on just trudging along and still stay alive because I suppose they've got their carapace or whatever.
How many people can remember seeing the eels everywhere? Jumping from riverbank. When was the last time we saw that?
Well, they've all those swim bladder infections, aren't they? They all look like the jellied eels in East End of London. knees up, all the cockneys and all that. They're all imported. We're not even allowed. You're not even allowed to catch eels anymore.
Yeah.
Because they used to net them, didn't they? Used to like on reservoirs, they'd put a net up and then open the floodgates, and as the tide came in and out, it'd catch all the eels.
I remember going out with my granddad and my dad doing it, mate, and hearing me nan scream when he filled her bathtub up with eels.
Oh.
Yeah, them were the days.
Yeah. So, Budgecrafter Chris, there should be crayfish in that water source around the side of your permission, and you can buy a net for about 15 quid. But you need to go to the. Oh, it's not DEFRA, is it? I can't remember who you have to apply for.
No, it's DEFRA, isn't it?
No, I don't think it is. Could be DEFRA. I can't remember now. You can tell I'm getting tired. I'm forgetting.
They're meant to be really nice. I haven't tried. I've tried crayfish, but not stuff I've caught.
Yeah, no, crayfish. I was surprised. Everyone says, "Oh, they taste really muddy," but the ones I caught, they were properly Environment Agency. Yes, thank you. Yeah, but they just tasted like prawns. It's just that's what they tasted like. That's all right.
People say that about geese. You know, the old Canada geese. I had a load of them one year, and they were fucking delicious.
Yeah, but I suppose it's down to the clarity of the water. If the water's been all stirred up for ages, there was the Whittingstall bloke, whatever his name is, River Cottage. He caught a grass carp, and everyone was like, "Oh, you can't eat grass carp because they just taste muddy because they're proper bottom dwellers." So he just put it in clean water for a couple of days, and flushed it all out, and then cooked it, and it was really nice, apparently. But
People don't eat pike, do they?
I've eaten pike. Yeah, I've eaten pike before. That was all right. So yeah, well, so when I was a kid, my granddad said, "Oh, you want?" I caught a little gudgeon, and I'd been out there all day. I was been out probably half the day, but you know, kids' attention spans are like. And I caught this little gudgeon, and I was like, "This is crap. That's all I've caught. This is pointless. I hate fishing." So my granddad goes, "Oh, I'll tell you what, I'll get my other rod." So we got the pike fishing rod with a treble hook on it, put the old gudgeon on it, chucked it in there, and then pegged it on the floor and put a rock on top of it. And I went off and had me lunch. Came back after lunch, wandered over there. Oh, I ain't bloody caught anything. This is crap. I might as well wind it in. Wound it in. It went wallop. And this thing bit. So I was like, "Oh, I caught something." I didn't know what a pike was. Wound it in. This thing comes up the bank like rah, rah, rah. And I was like, "Fuck it." So I just dragged it across the field to where my granddad was in his narrowboat, because I was like in this little trench, and this poor thing was so battered from being dragged across the field while I was going, "Ah!" He ended up cooking it on the barbecue. So
they are bony, though, aren't they?
Oh yeah, really bony. Most I think most of it he gave to his cat. He had a couple of cats on the narrowboat. He gave most of it to the cats, but I did try it. It was all right. Fish. Yeah. Yeah, Woods of Wisdom's got a big thing about eating fish. He's scared of the water.
I'm not sure if that's Steve. If you talk about me and Si playing the guitar together, according to the restraining order, he ain't allowed within 50 feet of me. So.
Oh, Matt Tightwood's back in. That's better. Watching from home now. Hi, Ed. How's it going?
Still got 19 people watching, mate.
It's gone back up again. It dropped down to about 14, 15, and they've all gone up to the bedrooms, aren't they? All sitting in their bedrooms, fiddling their nuts.
While I've got Si online, I am going to make you a proper 3-string fretted guitar, mate, because I was going to make you one of the no wrong note ones, but I'll make you an actual proper fretted one. You'll love it.
Hi, Itchy Feet. How's it going?
You'll be a perfect.
But saying that, your backer box, that can you pull it off and have a talk through. This is all about making stuff, mate.
What?
Give us a show and tell on your little guitar.
That one's a bought one.
That's a bought one, so I still show us.
But mate, that's You don't get more simple than that size plate, this one. That's just a cigar box.
Yeah.
A broomstick.
Yeah.
A bit of wood with a nut on it, and some tuners.
So what are the tuners? Is that just a bit of?
They're bulk tuners. You can pick up 4 or 5 of them for next to nothing in the rocky slide. I don't even know if it's in tune. It works.
Decent.
And it's electric.
Oh wow! Well, it's got pickups. Got pickups as well, is it? Wow.
A little piezo pickup, so you can speak in this microphone. But I'll make loads of them caked in. None of them are down here, unfortunately. But the no roll note ones are awesome.
I've not seen them.
Well, basically, you just take out all of the sharps or flats.
Yeah.
So you've only got do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So you can't play a wrong note.
Okay. Sounds good.
They do. They sound brilliant.
So I never got on with when I was when I was trying to learn guitar. I was working in the butchers, and working in the butchers makes your hands soft because of all the oils and the fat in the meat. So I'd sit there, build up calluses over the weekend, trying to learn stuff, and then go to work, and then my hands would go all soft again. Then I'd end up just going over and over again. So I gave up in the end because my fingers just bloody hurt all the time.
Yeah, no, I see what you mean. If anyone's interested in them, if you have a look on my other channel, I've only got 40 bleeding subs, that's not what I'm saying, but I've got a load of my other guitars, sound tests on. And if anyone's interested, I'll happily do a how to make. They're so simple. You can have a guitar in about 2 hours. Or work.
Yeah, I thought you'd done it on your Step Away from the Screens channel.
I might have one up there, but basically when I started that other Flat Twats and Other Morons, I needed to put a few videos on there to get it going. So I've just got all of my guitar testing, put them on there, and then put a couple of things, having a pop of Flat Earthers.
That's fair. So,
and if anything like Flat Earthers, I'm not even apologising.
So how many subs have you got on that now?
I'll never look at it, mate. About 40. I was going to change that over to become me hunting and cooking channel. Oh,
okay.
Yeah, so I'll never look at it.
Or your anti-5G channel.
Anti-5G. It's weird. All these fucking idiots, sorry, that are blaming 5G for this. 5G's only in 5 countries. How'd you get a worldwide pandemic? Anyway, you can't talk about that shit because people have heard enough about it.
Yeah, but our internet routers have been 5G for years.
Don't know, mate. Look, it made me lose all my hair.
Yeah.
And you.
It's like with these flat earthers, they don't like the 2 metre distancing. Because I think it's going to push some of them over the edge.
There's no need to be like that, loafer, is there?
No.
I'm a handsome bastard.
Well. So what other musical instruments are bushcrafty can be made?
Well, I'll tell you what I did do. I made one out of, this was a takedown one. It was brilliant. I've got the tuners on the end of a broomstick with a Jubilee clip and a clamp for a bit of metal. And then I had a tin of Green Giant sweet corn and a couple of plastic ties. Yeah. I put the strings through the Green Giant, cut down a stick, stuck the tuners on the end, tightened up the clip, got yourself a guitar.
Decent. Yeah.
Very quiet, but it worked.
Yeah. Yeah. Whistles out of Elder. It just said. And if I like going for different size, different diameter holes in, and then you can like stick them all together and make like pan pipes type thing, which is a bit of fun.
You can make a recorder out of a carrot, can't you?
What's that? Sorry.
You can make a recorder out of a carrot.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, but I'm not really one for making loads of noise in the woods. I'd rather just sit there and listen to the woods. Yeah.
Woods of wisdom, bushcraft. Make yourself a diddly bow, either a 1-string or a 2-string. Slide. Don't matter how fat your fingers are, you're sliding up and down the fretboard. You're saying about your fat fingers. Good
Morris,
point, Lola.
drinking Guinness and single malt.
Thank you for your comment earlier, by the way, Morris. Most appreciated.
You can't drink and watch YouTube at the same time. I can drink and be on YouTube at the same time. Oh no, I can't. I've run out. Oh, what?
On it goes back another.
What? Don't leave me on my own, man.
Don't worry, you feel that far.
That's right. Oh, he's back. Right, I'm gonna go and get. Right, I'm gonna go and get one. Back in a sec.
No worries. Right, while that fucker's gone, if as many as you can mention to him how much he looks like Woogie from Something About Mary or the big tall curly bloke out of Home Alone, it'd be much appreciated. Oh, you back, mate?
Oh.
Beefcake, ain't you? Look here.
I'm back. Chris walks the UK. He's isolating on a remote Scottish island. Cool.
I did see a brilliant meme that come up the other day that said, all these people are bitching and moaning about being stuck indoors.
Mm-hmm.
If I hear you mention that you would happily live in a wood cabin, log cabin in the middle of the woods.
Yeah. Well, no, it was like, I'd go and live in a wood cabin for a year, but you bastards can't stay in your homes for more than a week. Yeah, very true. Yeah, Chris Walks UK. I'll have to look that up. I should always. I'll get a bit of paper. Hang on. Chris Walks UK. I'm going to look that up. Cool. Done. It's on my list. Where's the first place you're heading when you can get out again? Well, I've got a project that I should have been on last week. So a week in the Lake District with a group of kids that I'm be mountain leading. And then I've got another 2 weeks that have also been cancelled. One would have been Scotland, one would have been the Lake District. I'm supposed to be going to Romania to teach bushcraft stuff. I'm supposed to be going to Italy. Whether it's even going to go ahead now.
It all depends on weather to me. If it's a nice, clear, not very windy night, I'm going to get up high. I'm going to get some star trails and I'm going to get under a tarp. If it's murky, rainy, I'll hit the woods. If it's really sunny, I might even hit the beach.
I look like the fella from Home Alone.
To be fair, you do.
What, Macaulay Culkin?
No, does that make me Joe Pesky?
Yeah. Yeah. The Wet Bandits.
The one where Bruce tried to rob a house.
I've never stolen a house in my life. Okay, go finish up your Guinness, mate.
Always good to have a celebrity on, isn't it?
I heard there's a meteor shower tonight, is there? I don't know. I'll go and stand in the garden. It's really such a clear night. There've been some properly clear nights, hasn't there?
That Starlink website's a good one to go on as well. It tells you when you can see the Starlink going over it.
Yeah, I've not seen that yet. Chris,
They go pretty much every day.
yeah, Bushcraft Chris saw it. He said, "I saw these things. I didn't know what the hell it was." He thought it was a UFO or something. I think. I said, "Oh, it's the."
He looks like he's been hit in the face with a tin of paint. Oh.
Yeah, yeah, not Joe Pesci, the other one. The Netflix ad with Michael Jackson and the Sausage Party and Home Alone. That is hilarious.
I've not seen it.
Oh, it's really good. There's like they show on Netflix. They show like the DVD covers.
Oh no, I have seen it. Yeah,
You got a picture of Michael Jackson and the sausage, and then Macaulay Culkin gang. Brilliant.
Yeah.
But yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, so I'm just trying to think of like other stuff that I can make and projects that I can do around the house because it's just doing my head in. I just need to keep productive. I've got a little gas cylinder, which is yay big. I don't know what size it is. So like 10, 15 litre. I'm going to have a carve around with that and stick a hinge on it, make a little wood burner type thing out of it. But I'm never going to use it. It'll just sit in the garden and rot away.
I might order up some parachute material and make myself one of them running tops.
Yeah. Yeah, make yourself a wingsuit, couldn't you?
Oh, I'm not sure if you saw. I watched that 20 Seconds of Joy again, mate. I would sell one of my children to do a wingsuit jump. I really, genuinely would.
Yeah, I saw that on there. You watched 20 Seconds of Joy. I didn't know what 20 Seconds of Joy was, and I tried googling it, and it just didn't come up with anything.
Basically, spoiler alert, all this sort of shit, because no one's going to watch it. It follows this young Finnish bird who started skydiving.
Interesting.
Yeah, she's quite attractive and all. But she started base jumping with Jeb Corliss and that. And it just followed her. She's not wide upright, but speaks well about it. And there's just one part where she says to the camera, I can deal with the death, but I couldn't be paralysed. 2 days later, she stoves in. Fractures one of her legs in 24 places. Yeah. And it's just the cinematography of it. And that 10-year-old, it's just phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. 20 Seconds of Joy.
Because it was the Jump London. There was a guy jumped off a Heron Tower, which is in central London, while I was working on it. I was actually working that night on Heron Tower, and it all kicked off, and security were running around, and this prat jumped off and landed in the road, halfway down the road. But then they went off to Switzerland or something and jumped off a mountain. But he was encouraging this other guy to do it. And they were like, oh, yeah, I'll do it just to be friends. And his mate, like, properly stuffed it. His parachute all tangled up. And he was just smashed to bits. He was still alive, but he was a right bloody mess. And then
go on.
And then he went on to do the wingsuit stuff, whether he's still alive or not. But they're always saying, like, everybody who gets into the wingsuits ends up killing themselves.
That Jeb Corliss, mate, and I mean, he's the man. He said to this woman, he goes, 3 things are guaranteed to happen. 1, you are going to see someone die. You're going to see a good friend. They are going to die. You are going to hurt yourself. And if you jump for long enough, you will die base jumping. And then he said that base jumpers have got 6 years. And in that 6 years, they either hurt themselves and can't jump anymore, shit themselves and don't jump anymore, or die. And lo and behold, she was about 5 years into it and fucking trashed herself.
Yeah. So she paralysed, was she?
No, she could still walk. The doctor said she'd never walk again. Obviously, this woman's proper. She's a bird, mate. Yeah, it's quality, and she did walk. And the first thing she asked when she started walking is, "Can I start jumping?"
Yeah.
No. He went down. Legs like a wet Kit Kat. Not hope.
Yeah. Simon the Bloke in the Woods made the oil canister replacement for the UCA candle. That was a wicked video. That was really, really nicely filmed as well. Have you seen that one?
No.
So he got You know these gas nail guns. So
Yeah,
the little cartridge out of that, it's the same size as the UCA candle. So we drilled it out and put a wick in it, and then it'll burn for like 10 hours or something crazy.
that is it, mate. I've got get so many of them things.
Yeah, well,
The canisters.
there's the tall canister and there's a shorter canister. I
Hmm.
haven't. I've got a UCO light, but I've got the one that only takes the tea tree lights, the smaller version. But Dusty Pilgrim's in the house. How's it going?
There is a creative insulter.
Yes. Yeah. No, he never insults me. He always says nice things.
I'm starting to feel a bit.
Yeah. Be careful though. Be careful though, because Mac Tightwad's in the house as well. They're going to end up having a handbags at dawn fight. Would I've collected different kinds of cordage, various fibres. Not easy with a family about. Yeah, it's good to practice on your skills, but that's the thing. I can't get out and get materials, which is properly frustrating. So that friction fire I did the other day with the ivy, all I wanted to do was just go out to the woods and find a bit of sycamore to do it with, and it would have been so much easier. But that ivy was an absolute bitch to light. It was a real pig. And it doesn't help that you're bodging it all together as well, because the bow weren't great, the cordage weren't great, but I did it. So yeah, I've won a Simon's folding buck saws with a carry case. The man's a serious craftsman. Yeah, he does make some really nice gear.
You see, that's what I like about Simon. He's carried on being a bigger channel. Well, you never watch these films and think he's trying to be saying he ain't.
Yeah, he's not smug with it, is he?
No.
Absolutely
not Simon the bloke in the woods.
What's that, sorry?
Hats off.
Yeah.
The Simon the bloke in the woods.
Yeah. No,
you're just a bloke in the woods.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I quite like Greencraft as well. I mentioned him earlier. But he's the way he explains stuff as well, you can tell he's an instructor because he talks so slowly and explains stuff, really concisely. And it kind of, for a minute, you think, oh God, what's this? This is a bit boring. But he is actually explaining stuff really, really well, which is good.
I heard a story once, mate. I'm not going to mention his name. I'm sure people have come across this gentleman, but someone made a video on, I can't remember what it was. It was, say, a bushcraft shelter. And this relatively well-known YouTuber got in touch with him and had a go at him for stealing his idea of a video.
What?
Yeah, because apparently he owned bushcraft shelters.
Oh, I made a bushcraft shelter before, so you're stealing my idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like that two-stick fire thing I did the other day with the friction fire. I've not seen anyone else do that. I've not seen anyone else try that or even think about trying it or mention it.
Well, you know why after you've done it?
Yeah, because it's a bitch. I've done it before. There is a link to the video that I did before. That I did like 3 years ago. Thinking someone would take up the challenge, but they never did.
You got a couple here, build it, mate.
Yeah, itchy feet. Yeah. Guys, get me tagged on Instagram, so I can see your pictures, recent pictures, not some old pictures that you did 3 or 4 years ago. Recent pictures of you having a go at a bit of friction fire. Doesn't matter if you get a fire, just even if it's hand drill, bow drill, plow, anything, any kind of friction fire. I just want to see your pictures, or do a video and just give me a mention on YouTube.
So is that Instagram, or do you just want the hashtag Woogie, hashtag Crook from Home Alone?
Yep, just tag me in it, and I'll know, and then I'll chuck everyone in a hat, and then I'll make something. I don't really know what I'm going to make yet, but probably something leather crafty, maybe something knifey. I don't know, but I'll figure it out. It'll give me something to do, won't it? But at the moment, it gets difficult to get hold of resources to make stuff.
Definitely. My missus wants me to make a wooden horse for her saddle.
Right? Has she got a horse then? Or is that her own?
Oh, no, it's what we use at night.
Okay.
See, what did I say to you after this friction fire, Bruce? Look at Dusty. He knows the score.
Yep. Yeah, well, my brother saw it and he posted him with a drill, and I was like, yeah, it's good. Did you get an ember? And he went, no. Did you blow it into flame? No. I made loads of smoke though, and it really stank. I was like, well, it's not the same thing, is it? But if you can get an ember and blow into flame from a battery drill, go for it. Looking for kindling, called Tinder. My wife's always on it.
Oh, mine needs a shot.
Yeah. Oak is the only way you're going to get away with an oak spindle is if you've got an oak half board as well. So I find if you're not sure what wood you've got, I would use the same on the same. So willow on willow, oak on oak, chestnut on chestnut. I find that so much easier. Whereas I find hazel spindles, although they spin really nicely, they're a little bit soft. They're great on lime and willow, sometimes birch, those kind of trees. But as soon as you get into like the harder woods, you're going to need a harder spindle as well. But
I've got to get into this bushcrafty shit.
yeah,
I do it. I do it. I do what I need to do.
yeah. But there's wild camping, and then it's just while I'm here, I can bodge up something. But you did the bushcraft the other day. You made your hammock frame. That was the tits.
And it worked for the day I had it up, and then I went and bought some 4x2.
Yeah. Why did you do that? What was wrong with the other? What's wrong with the other one?
Bolt's flat and a lot lighter.
Sorry.
Bolt's flat and it's a lot lighter.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
So when I have my AstroTurf put down, I'll just put that in the corner somewhere, pop it out when I need it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. God, I've still got 19 people watching. What's this all about?
21.
Never use chestnut. Why never use chestnut?
We're having a bushcraft off. Why wouldn't you use chestnut?
Yeah. Basically, you rub anything together long enough, it's going to catch fire, isn't it? But no, chestnut does polish. It does polish up quite, and then it gets really, really difficult. But something like oak is properly hard. But on the hazel and cherry work well. Yeah, cherry's not bad. Doesn't burn for friction fire. Doesn't burn at all. Well, there was the video I was watching with from Woodland Ways on Jason Ingermill's channel. He was saying that he's done friction fire with green oak, with green what hornbeam I think he used. But he said all the ones that people had told him it can't be done, he tried, and he got them to work eventually, but they're just really, really hard. So you've got to spend a lot more time building up the heat.
You see, now, in my head, I know how to do it. Worst case scenario, if I am washed up on a bleeding beach somewhere and I just happen to find the kit to do it, what are the chances of me getting it done the first day?
None.
There you go.
Well, on that bushcraft, on the Bear Grylls the Island, there, you've got all the professional people there, and then a bunch of speds that they've chosen who just don't get on with anyone else, who are a bunch of screaming retards who don't deserve oxygen in their lungs. But they've got professionals there, and it took the professionals 3 days to light a fire with friction fire, which is just ridiculous.
I've not seen I watched half an episode of it, and yeah, I can't do it, mate.
It's crap.
That very first series they had, and I think I've said this on a string before. They went like 3 or 4 days. They couldn't light a bleeding fire in this blistering weather, and at least 4 of them had fucking glasses on.
Yeah. Well, glasses is difficult because the focal point is different. If there were reading glasses, you've got a chance.
Is it 4-day difficult, Bruce?
No, but someone should have given it a go or at least mentioned it. But that's the thing; it's all hyped up. But the thing that bugs me with those, you got all these people sleeping on the sand, getting eaten alive, just covered in bites. That's not TV. That's just people bloody suffering. You know, if I woke up and I was covered in that many bites, I'd just go, sod this, I'm going home. I can't be bothered. There's no prize worthy enough for me to get bloody malaria. Piss off, because that can affect you the rest of your life. There's been people who've done that naked and afraid, and they still have problems now. They've just messed themselves up by doing it. Lyme's disease and God knows what else, all the other horrible diseases you can catch when you're out in the woods. But
we've got people going on. No more. Yeah, thank you. You may people talk about knots and stuff. The biggest knot I use on 90% of the stuff I do is a what's it called? Help me out.
Half hitch.
No, you put your fucking
bowline.
No. What's up with me? Come back to me. Talk about something. Go through knots.
Bruce is followed by Joe Robnett, Star Trek. No, I'm not. Actually, Joe Robnett does follow me on Instagram because I did the steak challenge, and he started following me after that.
Well, do you know he don't follow you on what do you call it? YouTube.
I don't know. I've never looked. He might do. But how would he know?
No one knows who I follow.
No.
I make one.
Yeah, I don't know who I follow.
Marlin Spike Hitch.
Yes.
Marlin Spike Hitch. If you've got guy lines, wherever you need that guy line, Marlin Spike Hitch, 10 peg through, boom, you're in. Hammock, Marlin Spike Hitch, hook your hammock to it, you're done. Marlin Spike Hitch, left, right, and centre, everywhere you need to go. Works a treat. Prussic knot, yeah, definitely. Again, and granny knot. You can't beat a granny knot.
Yeah.
As Lee Wheelerbrand said.
A lot of the time, I do a butchery knot, which is it's sort of like 2 interlocking granny knots, and you pull it, and the other one clicks over the other one. They kind of like turn into one knot. It sort of starts off. Sorry, go that way. 2 knots, and then that one sort of clicks over it, and it properly locks off. But that's just because I can tie that knot with my eyes closed because I've tied it for years.
But when people are putting ridge lines and that up, you thread it through, so you've already got your loop at one end. As long as you've got prussic knot on that ridge line, what knot do you need? You just need a loop and a stick. You're done. You've got it as taut as you want. It's adjustable. Bang.
Yep, definitely.
And then when you're tying up stuff like you're making chairs, granny knots work a treat.
Yeah.
Ain't often, with the exception of obviously ridge lines and guy lines, that you need knots that you can undo.
Yeah. Yeah. Clove hitches as well. They're pretty handy.
Yeah.
When you
do half hitches.
When you're lashing sticks together and stuff like that, clove hitch is quite good. But there's all different sorts of lashings and thrapping turns and all that crap. And
I used to know them all, mate. Fishman bend and
that's the thing. You know, everyone expects me to know loads and loads of knots because I do a bit of bushcraft, and I can tie a knot that's never going to come undone. So that's all I need. But for even with mountaineering now, all you tie now for mountain leader is an overhand knot. because they were
Well,
so complicated on knots. Because you're using it as a confidence rope or an emergency get out of situation rope. If you make all the knots really complicated, people are going to forget because you're carrying this rope for 10 years. You might not fuck up.
you tell me what knot is better to make a loop than a figure of eight or a figure eight on a bike.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just no simpler knot.
But they just got too much sort of weird politics in it and refretted figure of eights and. But you
So you
don't.
talk about knots, mate. Your shirt view.
Yeah. Anyway.
The Alpine butterfly. Come on, there's got to be a punchline there, isn't there?
Alpine butterfly. I've seen that. That's two different. Gives you two loops, so you can have two different ropes of it. I think. But that's the thing. That there's so many knots have so many different names, or you'll end up with the same knot but tied a different way. It gets really confusing. Yeah, bowline. Oh, Lundy's off.
I quite like this setup, mate. We'd be phoning me hands up and type and my other phone recorded me. It's better quality than the computer.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, no.
Sherpa's not. There's the Eskimo one as well, isn't there? Eskimo hitch, is it? Where you can tie it with mittens on. There's also a one-handed knot. So if you're climbing and you're holding onto the side, you can tie a knot with one hand. That's quite a good one.
Yeah, well, we're going straight back to the marlin spikeage. You can tie that one and it takes fish.
Yeah.
What the hell was that?
It's just a bit more difficult with climbing rope. It's just that bit heavier.
Yeah, they're still very tieable with a climbing rope.
I thought I'd do a video on it, though it's not what my channel is about. Do a video on what? Knots or? I don't know.
Who are we talking about?
Ruler Brand has just said I could do a video on it, but I suppose it's not what my channel's about.
I'll tell you what, mate, and Reeler Brand, I know I've shouted you out a few times on my channel, but now I'm on Bruce's. Yours is an underwatched channel, mate. And I don't want to be nice to you, because let's face it, I've met you. But you're a knowledgeable bloke. Some of the videos you put out are a proper, what do you call it? A joy to watch with music and the scenery.
I can make his highlight his comment, make it come up on there. Look, look, show. Look, Alpine butterfly. How cool is that?
Yeah.
I can hide it again.
If anyone's out there, hook Reeler Brand up rather than sight. Just don't get put off by the face.
No, do it again. Oh, that's cool, isn't it? You can highlight comments. I didn't even know you could do that. How amazing is that? Oh, down to 15 now.
That's great for trolls, isn't it?
What's that? Sorry, yeah, it is, yeah. What's this knobhead said? Lovely music on his channel as well.
He's another genuine bloke, mate. You know, me and him sat down at the Hobo Hangout. And as people do, you don't agree with everything everyone says, but we can sit there and chat for hours.
Yeah.
Getting pissed. It's top bloke. Real top bloke. And he does some proper stuff and all his there in his canoe and he's forever up on Dartmoor. Yeah, he deserves a damn sight more than what he's got. In a good way.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure I'm subscribed. I just...
No, you are. I know you are.
Yeah, I must be. I must be. Yeah.
Very good point there, Loafer. I rarely agree with anyone. Although, I've got to say, you do look like the bloke from Home Alone and Something About Mary.
Who, Loafer or me?
No, definitely you. So I agree with at least 4 people that have said it in the chat.
Horrible gits.
I ain't been right all day and I'm drinking beer, Bruce.
Terrible. Yeah. So what other projects has everyone been stuck on? Have they been done any DIY, or is everyone just stuck in this like lethargic days of not wanting to do anything at all? Because I'm finding motivation is a real bitch at the moment. Because I think we've just suddenly had the anchors put on. I'm definitely struggling with it. It's just like, what is the bloody point? You know, what's the point of getting out of bed and stuff? It's hard work.
It does get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it weren't too bad at the start. I'm used to a lot of hurry up and wait. So, yeah, it weren't too bad at the start. But this not getting out is really doing my boxing. Luckily, I'm getting an hour a day in either the woods or up the downs with my dog and my family.
Yeah, oh, that's good.
But it's, say I'll take my catapult. If we're walking as a family, I can't keep 6 of us quiet while I take a shot. Impossible. No. They're walk as well, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Not that I do anything anyway.
YouTube and online shopping is keeping me alive. Yeah.
I've
no, nor have I. I've actually got to the point where I'm thinking, do I need more kit? I just don't.
Well, the answer's always no to that, Bruce.
Yeah.
You know, the amount of times I talk myself out of buying a bit of kit that I really, really, really want.
Yeah.
And I never regret it because I still go out doing what I do. The only thing I have put a bid on.
Exactly. Yeah, I totally agree.
The only thing I have put a bid on today, purely, and this was, I stumbled across a YouTube vid about the 360 camera, the Samsung 360 camera.
Yeah.
The 2017 model, they were giving them away with the Samsung phones.
Okay.
And no one knew what to do with them. So they was just still boxed, still sealed, sending them into places like CEX.
Yeah.
And you can pick them up for like 60 nicker, and they're the dog stainless.
Right.
So go on.
Yeah, because there's on AliExpress you can get like a 360 camera for about 45 quid.
Yeah, you got to be careful though, mate.
Exactly. Yeah, but there's loads of different ones. There's one that's only 720 and yeah.
I've been looking at a few purely because it enables me to leave in the middle of camp.
Yeah.
And you don't miss anything. You haven't got to worry about camera angles or anything like that. Okay, dog.
It's the birthday boy. Where is he? Where's the camera gone?
Did you call him Preston from the bloke out the Ordinary Boys?
No. After John Preston out of Equilibrium. There you go. Right, go chase the cat.
See that?
Binge 30 episodes of The Crown. Oh. YouTube, the Appalachian Trail, PCT. Planning lots of When the Band Lifts. Yeah. You've been watching lots of Darwin on the Trail. I used to really like Darwin on the Trail, but he's just got this, I don't know, I think he's just too bloody happy all the time. He's far too positive. He enjoys his miserable walks for too much.
I get suspicious of people that don't swear.
Yeah. Yeah, true. But he's like, proper full-on professional YouTuber and smiley and no.
That's off to him, mate.
Oh yeah, well done. And he does do some pucker reviews, and he'll do, he'll say, I've walked 2,000 miles with this tent and camped so many times with it, and I think it's crap and things I'll never take again, and kit I'm switching. It's quite good for lightweight kit. It
No,
is a pucker channel, but
that's off to it. Yeah, it's a weird one. And I couldn't ever see YouTube being a career for the likes of me and you.
yeah.
Maybe you, because you all right at the planning and stuff like that.
Don't know.
Always struggle with the joined up target.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of typing. There's an interesting podcast with Darwin and the backpacking podcast.
See, I was thinking about a podcast there for you, wouldn't you?
Yeah, we was talking about podcasts, but it's the costs involved. Because obviously, you need to be able to record a podcast, which is doable. I assume there is a program similar to this where we can just chat shit. Which wouldn't, but then do you have to pay to promote it, or do you have to get advertising, or I don't know. I don't know what the deal is.
I'm disappearing for 2, but I'll be on the chat.
Okay. Been out of the teaching woods, but can't do a camp there yet. Yeah. Yeah, it is just very difficult at the moment. But I'm trying to think of ways I can modify my own personal kit, or things I can make, or things I can encourage other people to make. You know, through my channel and through my work as well. So so is that the whole name, Anchor for a cheap option? Yeah, you're going to hear some wet fart in a minute. Ever so quiet. Yeah, but yeah, Darwin on the trail. I do really like him, but I think it's because I took loads of his advice and bought the kit, and now I'm kind of at a place where I'm not stuck on wanting any homemade Wanderlust. Yeah. Wet fart will be Mac. Yeah. So I've kind of like got all my lightweight kit now, sorted, and I've got a pretty good bead on what I need now and what stuff I don't. But because I went through the trend. I was a bushcraft instructor, so all of my kit is heavy, fireproof, ex-military, that kind of heavy stuff. And then to go from that to taking groups up in the mountains, my entire kit had to change, kind of like sharpish. So I had to like really, really research. Turtle recall, nice. So my whole kit had to change like properly sharpish. So I had to go out and get hiking poles and tents and waterproofs and all the sort of stuff that I didn't have. Yeah, you can have the waterproofs that I usually wear in the woods, but that'd be military Gore-Tex that's camouflage, and who wants to wear camouflage up a mountain? Not really. So it makes it really, really difficult. So now I've got like 2 separate lots of kit, and never the two should ever cross. So I can't ever take a Gore-Tex North Face coat into the woods, because I'm just going to set fire to it and burn a hole in it, and then I'll throw it in the bin. And then likewise with the other stuff, it's just too blooming heavy. Might go try old skills tent pegs, i.e. knife skills. Yeah, I never got the point of making bloody tent pegs. Okay, Boy Scouts, where they've got their canvas scout tents and using, but you invite kids along for a bushcraft day and get them to carve a tent peg. They don't even own a bloody tent. It's like, okay, if all the scouts carve a tent peg and then put it in the pile of pegs, because they're always going to get broken and they need to be replaced. But if a kid takes a tent peg home with them, they're going to like, great, I've got a tent peg. What good is that? But maybe that's just my own personal. But the one I quite like is if you do feather sticks. So you get a fairly long stick, something that will go over your shoulder. Yeah, I know it's a knife skill, but the whole point of a lot of knife skills is to have something to take home with you. So you sit there, whittle a tent peg, and you don't need it. So kids you generally just throw them on the floor and walk off in disgust. But yeah, if you feather stick all the way down, and then you can make like until it snaps off, and you make like a pretty flower. So you go, oh look, pretty flower, but the other end you sharpen up, and you can make a dart, and it acts like the feather stick on the back of it acts as a flight as well. So you can make quite good darts. So you can like stick a rope on the floor or make a square, and the kids just try and chuck their darts into the hole. But it's just a bit of a game. But they get the sharp and the point of it, and they do the feather sticking, which is quite a good knife skill. And that's just something to take home, and they can set fire to them as well. But yeah, tent pegs I don't see the point. But then other stuff like I like the bushcraft toggle. That's quite a good one. So just a little bar with a piece of string around it, and then a loop on the other end, so you can chain them all together. All fingers, no hospital trips. It's good to take home. What's good to take home? A bloody tent peg? No, nobody wants tent pegs, Glenn.
They're good for ferret nets. The old longer wooden ones.
What's that?
Wooden tent pegs that you whittle.
Yeah. They're good for what?
Ferret nets. They hold them better than normal tent pegs.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, it's a bushcraft instructor thing where you get all the kids to carve a tent peg, and then the kids take the tent peg home with them. It's like, what use have kids got for a tent peg?
Stabbing their siblings.
Yeah, stabbing each other, yeah. Maybe it's the kids that I work with. Yeah. But things like carving little whistles and stuff, that kind of lasts a little bit longer, and they can be really annoying with a whistle as well.
Catapults.
No way. I'd like to do a catapult firing range. That'd be quite good. Get some paintballs or something.
Well, you get the clay ones, can't you?
Yeah, but that's still going to really hurt.
Kids are meant to get hurt. I was having this with my nippers the other day. Climb the tree, fall out of it. All right, you might break something. I'll take you up the hospital. Maybe not at the moment.
Yeah, but if they do that in their own time, it's fine. It's when I'm responsible for them and they decide to fall out of a tree and break their arm.
That's the trouble. It's between parents, isn't it?
Yep.
How can scouts not be allowed a penknife?
Well, they all use folding knives now, don't they? All use open L's, which I think is strange.
Probably worse.
Yeah, worse. Well, because they're a locking knife anyway, so they are technically illegal.
And they fold up a lot if you forget the.
Yeah, and they're no good for they're no good for battening with either.
Oh no, but they are a handy knife. They're great for food prep.
Yeah. Oh yeah, food prep. Yeah, because it's not that. It's only a micro bevel. It's that instead of that Scandi grind where you send your dinner in two different directions into the woods.
Just itchy feet. I do hunt with him, mate. I've got a couple of vids on me channeling me hunting with a ferret. I only got one left. I lost 2 this year. That's what happens when you buy them all at the same age and they get old. It's heartbreaking.
IB Tat Channel.
What?
IB Tat Channel. If you're into hiking, he's vlogged AT and PCT. Amazing channel. He's a right potty mouth and funny as well. Good.
I'll look at him straight after this.
Yeah.
That's what I like about Shug. He never swears, but he's also as mad as a box of frogs.
Oh, I love Shug. He's great. Have you seen his smoker he's got? He did a video.
Possibly.
He did a video on his smoke. He's got a smoker in his back garden, and it's massive. And he put all this meat rub on it, and he's like singing, rubbing on this. I can't remember what the hell he was singing, but it was just crazy.
But it was in that made me want to make that. Was it you that pointed me in that direction? I
Yes,
don't
it
know.
was. Yeah, it was. It was. Yeah, Boy Scouts, none of them 14-year-olds.
Pros.
Scouts that had never used knives. It's crazy. Because so my stepbrother's little boy, he's in Scouts, and I went and did a firelighting demo down there, and they all thought it was like amazing. And the Scout leaders thought I was some sort of bloody Jedi master because I could light a fire. It's like,
Oh,
you're bloody Scout leaders. That's all you do.
I've got to say, I was quite lucky a few years ago when my nipple was in Scouts over here. They asked me on their I had a wild camping trip. And Scout leaders, the ones over here, are proper old and stuff,
Hmm.
couldn't do the rabbit skinning and gutting and this. And I had all the Scouts, mate, and they all cut open the rabbits, peeled them, quartered them. Then they all chopped in and helped me make the stew in a massive, great big pot.
Yep.
Every single one of them, mate, every single bit. No, it's hats off to them. So they do still do it. They're just not meant to.
Yeah. Well, it's not that they're not meant to. I think a lot of the time the Scout leaders just don't know what they're bloody doing. It's really weird.
Possibly, but there are rules about kids not being allowed a knife.
Yeah.
So do they err on the caution of that kid can't see blood and guts being ripped out of a rabbit?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, not.
But I suppose you have to get permission slip from the parents.
The permission slip is that you're in the fucking Scouts. That is the permission slip.
You would think so, wouldn't you?
I'll tell you what. Sorry, who was that? That was Loafer. You couldn't be more chuffing right, mate.
Yeah.
Everything at the moment is designed to make masculinity a bad thing. It just is, and it ain't. It's biology. Let them be fucking boys. Ain't it?
Yep, absolutely. But then again, when I do a lot of my bushcraft session, girls tend to enjoy it a lot more than boys do.
Yeah.
But I think girls are a lot more sort of emotionally connected to nature, so they're a lot more. They relax a lot easier. They will chill out a lot easier. They'll enjoy it more. Whereas boys are just too busy being dickheads.
All of mine, as I'm sure most of the people out there watching, mate, have all been out ferrying with me, have been out pigeon shooting with me. They watch me prepare the game. They're taught that it's got to be done with respect. Blah, 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 blah. I ain't going to go into all of that shite. And I often have people say to me, "Oh, go fuck yourself." It's just why?
Yeah. If boys can't be boys, how can they turn into men? It's like I was saying earlier. With when we were younger, we had mopeds and air rifles and slingshots and shurikens and Rambo knives and God knows what else. We used to run around starting fires and being little shits. Nothing menacing, like little campfires and stuff.
Being boys.
Yeah, just being boys and building camps and all that sort of stuff. We built an amazing camp when I was, I don't know, must have been 12, 13, something like that. Probably younger than that. We found a rabbit warren, massive great rabbit warren that was deserted. There was no rabbits in it. And we dug a big hole in the middle of it. So it was just a big, deep hole. You could probably sit 5 or 6 people in. And it was about, I don't know, 4 foot deep. But where it was a rabbit warren, the ground was already chewed up anyway, so it didn't really show. And then we put loads of branches over the top and then branches over that and a bit of a tarpaulin and then put the dirt back on it. So buried it and then dug like a foxhole that it looked like so you could crawl in it. That was
Awesome.
wicked. Such a cool camp. It was wicked. And that stayed there for a couple of years. And then we dragged we cut loads of brambles as well and dragged it over the top so no one would walk over the top of it and fall through it. It was a wicked camp, that was. And then inside we had the old. Do you remember the old when you had a skip? You had the flashing lights on the side of the skip. and you could rejig them so they didn't flash.
Joe, do you remember the old oil tilly lamps?
Yes, I do remember them. I never actually had one.
Mate, what would you give now as a bushcraft bastard for an oil tilly lamp?
Yeah. Yeah, one of the oil roadside lamps.
Yeah.
The yellow ones. Yeah, yeah. I've got a tilly lamp in my garage, but the element, the mantle is all like degraded, and I've got to buy a new one. But it's one of those things I'm not going to use. But I dug it out because of all this COVID kicking off, thinking it may affect things worse than we thought. So, but it looks like it's going to be all right. It's just going to drag on for ages.
Yeah, I don't know how long it can though. Maybe we shouldn't talk about it. People are sick to the back teeth for listening to COVID shite.
Oh, definitely, yeah. But
yeah.
This chat is just about sort of keeping us active because
exactly. It's a fucking shit sandwich out there.
Yeah, I think everyone's falling into the daytime drinking and watching TV, and I wasted 3 days sitting on PS4. You're just like.
No, the last few days I have found myself parking my ass far too long on the couch. Yeah. I went out the other day. I think I sent you a picture. Someone sent me a 5K challenge thing to do when I was out walking the dog. And because I'm such an anal bugger, I set me Strava. And on my walk, I tried to write in great big 100-foot high letters, twat, and cock and balls. Where I was walking. But I'm no Tony Hart.
Yeah. No, you could make it out. It wasn't too bad. You need to do it with a compass. Can you actually see it when you're walking?
I didn't look right in my pocket. I don't plan anything, Bruce. I had the idea driving to where I'm walking my dogs.
Well, that's fair enough then.
Yeah. What we got here?
Yeah, this chat is making me want to create some stuff. That's what it is. This is, I found like you think my first videos. I ran off, tied it up in my shed, and made a knife and made a fork and spoon, which came out pretty well. There's my fork and spoon, isn't it? Did you see my fork?
That was in your tuna can video and all.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Well, and my spoon. I polished it afterwards though because there was some rough edges on there. But actually, that came out all right, considering I've never made a spoon before.
I'll tell you what I might make, but it will absolutely drive my missus nuts. I might make down the far end of my alley a catch box for my catapult.
Yes, good idea.
But on it, put a great big long bit of gutter in so the ball returns to me where I'm shooting from.
Oh, that would be cool. That would be cool.
Yeah, but it will take up the whole alleyway and she'll get the right ump.
I've got some long guttering as well. I can do that.
So
it's like I've got the same problem as you. My garden is so bloody small and it's all concrete. If I start twatting a catapult, not only will I kill one of my dogs.
Well, you'd lose a thumb and all.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, but you tried that catapult and you hammer-rolled it as well.
No, fair play. That was a tricky slingshot to fire.
Yeah. It's just I don't know. There's something with it. I don't know. The bands seem the same length. I don't know what it is. It just seems to shoot to one side.
I'll tell you what, though, mate. I've got mine down at the minute.
Yeah.
I was shooting plastic bottle tops at 30 yards the other day, regular.
Good. That's good.
Getting like say 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I was watching Maker and Mischief the other day, and he had
He's something else, isn't he?
Yeah, he's really good. He's really good. I'll give him pointers on it, and that was good. Yeah. But I didn't realise it was him that was in Alone.
Yeah.
I never put 2 and 2 together because I remember him being on Alone. He was really, really good.
Did you watch his 30-day challenge with that Greg Ovens?
Yes. Yeah, not all of it. I just picked up the odd one, but yeah, it was good.
I have to skip the bit where he's saying grace over his food.
Yeah, well, he can't help it.
That's a waste of eating time, that.
That's right. Keeps him busy, doesn't it? Oh, Max still here?
To be honest with you, Itchy Feet, I don't know about cheap ammo. I scour Amazon and eBay, and then the cheapest one I find to buy. But there are, I can't remember the name of it. Oh, it'll come me. There's some bloke selling a load of cheap ammo. All the people that actually are catapult enthusiasts all go with it.
Yeah. But the more you buy, the cheaper it is. So if you go and buy like 2,000 at a time.
Might be Essex or Wessex Borders and Steel. That's it.
Yeah. But it's also what diameter you're buying as well. What's the best diameter to buy?
Each to their own, mate. I like a nice 9 or 9.5mm.
Yeah.
It's nice and heavy, but not too heavy.
Yeah.
I'll go steel as well. But that's, to be honest, I haven't really tried much else. I tried eight, they just felt a bit small in the hand.
Yeah. So I bought some like very quickly. I just thought, oh, they look cheap, and there was only like £1 or something. But I think they're like 4mm. They're tiny little things.
Oh yeah. Well, once again, if you're accurate with something that small, you're going to penetrate straight through it. It's going to be quick. It's going to keep a flatter trajectory, but you haven't got that. If you're hunting, you haven't got that killing force. It's like the bands.
Yeah.
The stronger the band, obviously, the better for the kill, but it's not as good at accuracy. So you've got to try and find a happy medium where you're regular as clockwork, but you're delivering that pounds per square inch of the head. Pound, sorry.
I was 5 years old when I killed my first cat and skinned it and cooked it up. Lady Tuesday was not happy. Puppies taste good with a dash of curry sauce. I think you might be telling fibs there, mate.
So the only time I've eaten squirrel, I've done it in a satay sauce.
Oh, nice. Nutty squirrel.
Yeah.
Decent. Oh, God. I went to the, Funky Prepper. Do you follow him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a prepper.
No, I'm not a prepper either. But so he does the preppers meet, and it's relatively close to me. So it was like the second prepper meet, I think it was, and there was like a whole bunch of people go in there. And I like left work, threw my kit in the bag, and went. And didn't have enough time to sort of get food, and they said, "Oh, well, you can get food there, but it's expensive." And I thought, I'll just buy some burgers or some shit there. Anyway, as I'm driving down this lane, very nearly there was a squirrel laying in the road. So I did the maths. So like, if 500 preppers, it was called the 500 prepper meet, if 500 preppers have driven down here, this squirrel hasn't been laying there that long because they would have picked it up, surely. Surely. So I picked it up, chucked it in the passenger seat. Oh, that was it. You weren't allowed to take meat with you because it's a farm, and they were worried about foot and mouth and all that stuff, and you only could have meat from their farm shop. It was a good little con. That was what it was. So I picked up this squirrel, chucked it in the passenger seat, drove to the prepper meet, and then everyone's like sitting around having a few beers. Oh yeah, I suppose I better do some dinner. So I got this squirrel out and sort of started taking his jacket off. There's people standing around going, "What are you doing?" I'm just cooking a bit of squirrel. Like, why? Why would you do that? Like, huh? Yeah, cooked it up and ate it. Yeah. Mac was there. He had a bit. It was only a little squirrel. I had other food as well, but it was just like there was so many people there were just so fucking shocked that I would eat some roadkill, and you're like, you're preppers. You're gonna run out of ration packs eventually, mate.
No, I'm with me. I don't know why you'd ever eat roadkill. I don't agree with that.
What's wrong with that?
Roadkill's horrible. No.
Why? It was still warm. It was still warm. Waste not, want not, and all that.
No, you were wrong on you.
Why? What's wrong with that?
Roadkill.
I picked up loads of deer. Chuck a deer in the boot. It's fine.
Too tight to buy any food.
Can't buy meat rubbish. Scam to sell overpriced meat. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Will knows. So it's yeah. So it was just a bit of a scam there, and But yeah, it was just. I thought I'd fit in really well with all the preppers and eat a bit of squirrel, but it didn't go down well. So.
Do you know what I once wrote to is recently the Forestry Commission locally.
Uh-huh.
I said, "How about this?" I didn't say it like this. Obviously, I wrote it in the Queen's English, but I said, "Why don't you offer twice a year free wild camping in your woodland in exchange for every night you're there, you give us 2-3 hours work during that day, cleaning and clearing the woodland and maintaining it." How many people do you know would actually do that?
Yeah, totally. I totally would, because we have the same here. Essex Woodland Trust. They always they're crying out for volunteers to come and clean ditches and dig stuff and chop down trees, but there's no way would they let you camp on their woods.
But you've got
still can you can still wander in there.
Obviously, yeah. You've got all them responsible people that are legally doing something and helping you out.
Yeah,
you know, it's like there is something to be said for the Forestry Commission. I wouldn't know figures and shit, but say 20 quid a year to sign up to Wild Camp. You could lock your location every time you went and stuff like that, so they could check it if they wanted.
Absolutely.
Who knows?
Yeah, Craig Webster, Bruce the old deer hunter. Craig's been working his way through my back catalogue. I keep getting little comments of like videos going back for like 2 or 3 years. I'm pretty sure he's got to where it's got like to a really dirge level with the audio and the video's really, really poor quality.
About 3 months ago, in my case.
Yeah, it wasn't long ago.
Mine's not great.
Oh dear.
I need to get my drone out. I bought that, not used it.
Yeah, I've not. I think you did one video, didn't you?
Of me testing the drone.
Of you testing the drone straight out of the box. Yeah. It's one of those things. I always think, I'd love to have a drone. I could get all these arty shots, but it would be really good on my projects, to be honest. Getting video. Walking over the hills on the mountains and that. If it's not windy, then that would be bloody sick. Where's Phil Day? Phil, he did pop up on Instagram the other day. He's into building planes at the moment. He's building gliders, and I think he did a video on all the planes he's got. He's just built like loads of little chuckable planes and radar control planes and his drone and all that stuff. Yeah, he's big into all that. He's got into homebrewing as well, which is another thing we can do. So very soon we're going to start getting elderflower, aren't we? End of April, beginning of May. Yeah, we should have elderflower. So you're talking elderflower champagne can be ready in a week. Yeah, that's a good one. It's still yeah. Do you like elderflower?
No.
Well, don't do it then.
I like free alcohol.
Yeah, exactly. So what's the cheapest alcohol we can all get shit faced on?
Mead, without a doubt.
Mead.
If you're cheap and quick and easy to make, you can't beat a mead, mate.
Yeah, but it's not mead though, because you don't make it with honey.
Oh no, I do. No, I just every time I make it, I always make the honey batch, always.
Yeah.
But like mead with the fruit is melomel. It's still fucking mead fruit. You know, if I make a caramel bleeding mead from ice cream syrup, it's still the process I make mead.
Yeah.
Still the same time frame, still the same everything. The mead stops and lick my balls. It's fucking all mead.
Fair enough. Yeah, I made a hooch. I think the cheapest I've got, I made 5 litres in a demijohn. Actually, no, I made 20 litres. So I got a kilo of sugar. I got it's like fruits of the forest type squash, but it was one with added sweeteners in it. So it's got the phenylalanine or whatever it is, the sweetener, whatever that is. And then hoof that all in, and then a packet of bread yeast, chuck that in there as well. And it got up to about 4.5%. Right. But the where the sugar gets eaten, obviously the sugar in the fruit juice as well gets eaten. The sweeteners don't, so it still tastes sweet, and you can get shit face for £1.50.
Mm.
Result.
Your meat comes in about 14%.
Yeah, that's not bad.
And depending on what you use, you can either have honey, maple syrup, or whatever. They're the expensive ones. With the ice cream toppings you can get for £1 of things. There's £3 there. Say £1 for 5 litres of water. And if you bought a tub of that wine yeast, that would last you fuck knows how many brews.
Yeah.
So you're only talking a couple of quid for 5 litres of 15%.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of honey. It's just something about the aftertaste. I've just never really liked it. I'll drink mead.
I don't eat honey.
No.
But mead don't taste of honey.
Well, it does to me.
Well, if you make it good shit. After I've done fruit and that, red wine, white wine, you flavour it after, so you make it taste what you want.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I think one of the funniest ones I made, I got lychee, like a couple of cartons of lychee juice.
Oh, I'll stop you there. This is sounding very, very gay.
Yeah, that's right. It gets worse. It gets worse. Well, no, because if you know Rubicon.
Yes.
Yeah, Rubicon. They make a lychee, fizzy lychee, and if you put vodka in it, you cannot taste it. There's just something on that palate spectrum. If you're going to spike someone, vodka and lychee, you can seriously do it nearly 50-50, and you're like, that's all right. It just doesn't taste any different. Anyway, so I thought that would be a good one. So anyway, I got this. I think it was still Rubicon actually, but the cartons. So I boiled it because it's got some additives in it. So I boiled it up so they all sort of float to the top, and you're supposed to skim the top. So I did that, and then I put all the yeast in, and it bubbled away, and it ended up this like white, milky, strange stuff. And half of the fun with doing homebrew, I don't know if you did the same, is giving it a good name.
No, I'll give it away. I'll drink it.
No, it's got to have a name. Everything's got to have a name. Like you make a cider, it's either a suicider or I do like to be beside the seaside or something like that. You got to give it a stupid name. Anyway, the lychee was called Dishonourable Discharge because that's what it looked like.
I made some ages, but then again, I only drink when I'm on bleeding long with you.
Yeah, I did start a peach wine that my wife bought a kit for ages ago, and it's just been. I was tidying up the kitchen and found it. I thought, I might as well make it. So it's
Should we have a quick flick through these?
Oh yeah, better read some of the. Max said something about wanting to be a Viking last time he drank mead. That was quite amusing. Last time I drank mead, I thought I was a Viking and look, I'll show it. Hey, technology. I thought I was a Viking and wanted to get my big chopper and run around fighting people. Not touched it since. You not touched your big chopper since, or you not touched mead since?
Steve. In Germany, the Wolfschmidt vodka, it was cheaper than Screenwash. I can agree with that. I was forever down the Markov, filling up my Screenwash with vodka. Not so good if you got pulled over by the old Bill, but yeah.
I suppose, yeah, your car's going to stink of booze, isn't it?
I've got to say, Dusty, I do agree with you. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a fucking mead aficionado. I made some cheap plonk. I gave some cheap plonk to people. They enjoyed the plonk.
Yeah. Deep Insider, nice one. Like it. Yeah, actually, Max
Sorry, loafer's just done me, mate. You'll see it when you get to it.
Loafer.
Yeah, go and feel what you're in. You'll see it when you go down to it.
I distill the fermented diabetic urine. Is that the one?
That's the one. Oh, dummy.
Decent. Yeah, Mac actually shared a video the other day, and it was saying there's a wine manufacturer in Australia, and they've been making wine for years, and it's really, really popular. It's called Dickens. So Dickens have been making this wine, and it's really, really good. And now they've started these apple orchards, and they've started to make cider. So, you need to take it home for your girlfriend and see if she wants a Dickens cider, which is just it was just you could see it coming from a mile off, but it was still very funny. God, look, we're coming up to 3 hours. Not bad. Bloody hell, it's nearly midnight. Not bad. So have you enjoyed the chat so far, guys? Should we carry on doing this format of do a chat on Nobby's channel and then do a chat on my channel? Or just do a chat with Nobby and I'll piss off? Oh, someone else has dropped out.
And another free join.
Really? Oh, God. There could just be connections dropping out. I don't know. Come on, guys, talk to us. Talk to us. That's the thing. You got about a 30-second delay. You're fine, Bruce, but Nobby.
I'm inclined to agree, mate.
Yeah.
But if I weren't here, you wouldn't have the woman viewership later on, would you?
No. I'm picking zips and buckles. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's been a COVID-free couple of hours, mate, and let's face it, it's much needed, isn't it?
It is, and yeah, you kind of don't realise how much this is getting you down, and how like you wake up in the morning with your Velcro pajamas on and can't get out of bed.
Yeah.
Just think, oh, what's the point? I'll just lay here for another 15 minutes, and yeah, terrible.
Yeah, I'm not a big drinker, Richie.
Yeah, I'm not a big drinker, but then I realise how many bottles are in my back garden at the moment. Like wine bottles and Jack Daniels bottles. It's like, Jesus. I can't. I know I ain't been to the bottle bank for a while, but there's 2 dustbins full.
So when I was a nipper, my old man never drunk at home. And, well, no, very, very, very rarely. And, he always used to say, no, I don't drink. And I don't.
No.
I don't enjoy it.
I don't know. I can't drink on my own, really. Although, okay, technically I'm on my own here, but I am having a drink because I'm talking to you guys.
Yeah.
But I won't. Like if I was going on a solo camp, there's no way I'd take a can of beer with me because I just wouldn't.
No, I always do. I do like one round that fire. That fire, you've got to say, there's a lot to be said for it, mate. Men's relationships, sex relationships. Oh, I love a fire.
Yeah, totally. Well, it's that. I think I said about it on the Show Us Your State video. It's that primeval thing where you just feel safe because you've got everything you need there. There's something in that little caveman in the back of your brain knows you're safe.
Yeah.
Your family's there. It's going to keep bugs away. It's going to keep animals away. You're going to cook your dinner, boil your water, blah 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 blah. So
just change my battery.
Okay. Always have a quick one off the wrist before get up and wipe my knob on the curtains. That's disgusting behaviour. Have you heard the full joke of the wiping your knob on the curtains? Okay, so I'll tell you. So there's 2 guys holding court in the pub, and one of them said, I was shagging my missus the other day, and she came so hard, she levitated off the bed. And he goes, no, she didn't. He goes, yeah, she levitated like half an inch off the bed. She came so hard. He goes, that's nothing. I was banging my missus the other day, and she levitated a full foot off the bed. And little old Paddy goes, nah, you guys are amateurs. I shagged my missus, got up, wiped my knob on the curtains, and she hit the roof. There you go.
I'm just looking for tumbleweed, hang on.
That's right. They're laughing. All the laughing will come through. Give it a minute. You're waiting for the cat to shag up.
See, what bothers me is why do dogs always rush to the door when the postman gets there? It's almost never for them.
No. But all this sitting in the house on my own, being bored. When someone walks past outside, I'm just as interested as the dogs are. It's like, there's a person outside. There's a human being. If I had a tail, I'd wag it. There you go. Max said, ha, 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 groan.
Just a very, very quick one. And this is still COVID related, but it's a very quick one. What's happened to all the people on the streets? Have they taken them in?
Yes.
Okay, that's all I want to know.
Yeah, apparently they called out and they said anyone homeless obviously needs to be taken off the streets. So apparently there's no one on the streets anymore. Quite what they've done with them, or whether they're staying there, or
why it can have happened years and years and years ago.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's all I was just. Yeah, I didn't know the facts whether they had or they hadn't. I heard they had, but
as far as I know, they have. And seeing all the pictures of London completely desolate, anyone living off the streets is going to be starving anyway, because there's no one to give them handouts, no one to help them out, or difficult. Does your dog know he's adopted? Yeah, I tell him all the time.
Do you know, there's not as many van lifers as there were, mate. And I tell you now, if I was a young man before wife and kids, I would definitely be van lifing it.
Yeah, there was loads of people getting some crappy old Astra van or a Mercedes van and converting them and getting them converted to a camper van. But they've changed all the restrictions now. You've got to have 2 sunroofs. You've got to have a window. You can't just throw a mattress in the back of a van and get cheaper tax. So,
what does it matter what it's registered at? If you're living in it, you're living in it.
Yeah, well, no. If you register it as a camper van, you get cheaper tax.
All the money you're saving on rent don't matter, does it?
Yeah, and a lot cheaper insurance as well, because it's classed as like a second vehicle. It does make a big difference.
Everyone that walks by looks like a cheeseburger. I'm not even sure what that means. But my eyes not working right. I jumbled them letters up.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's got his chats confused. He may be talking to someone else. I miss McDonald's chat.
I was doing it in the 80s.
Oh, there you go, Max saying we've taken in a goodly few summer and matches on the floor, but they're fed safe and warm. That's good. But the other implication with a lot of homeless as well is the drugs problem, with a lot of people who are on the streets, and you got prostitutes and homeless and God knows what else, and the drugs problems. But what's supposed to happen to them? All these people who can't get drugs anymore.
It could be a good shift, couldn't it? I was saying though, I think I said on that last stream, mate, about the local soup kitchen to us only feeds them every other day, so they're not dependent on him.
Yeah.
Which I think is the right way to go.
Yeah. There's there's quite a lot of signs around. I think was it Colchester? I don't think it was actually. Somewhere else I went, and they were saying don't give any of the homeless people money because they will just go and go and buy drugs. Give them food or buy them a coffee or something.
Throw it.
Yeah, big time, Bruce. Drugs are not being able to get their fix because even if your local dealer is still operating, his suppliers aren't, and there's no flights, there's no boats, there's nothing coming in, going out. I'd assume there ain't nothing around. I'm too old. I don't even know to buy drugs off anymore. It's terrible.
I'll hook you up.
No, you're right. but that's the thing with a lot of these people who are addicted. They're going to have a really, really miserable time. But this could actually sort out a lot of the drugs problems in this country. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Or
it's already sorted out a lot of shit. When was the last time you saw on the news any sort of outcry of someone that said something that someone thought was racist or sexist or fucking transphobic?
Yeah.
You ain't heard any of it.
Yeah.
So brilliant.
Well, America have gone over a month without a school shooting, so that's good.
Oh, mate.
What?
Savage.
You can prove anything with facts.
Oh, Steve says thank you. He regretted.
If I was homeless, I'd want to. What, be on drugs? Yeah, probably.
That's the thing I had. No. So I was just about to. Don't worry, carry on.
Yeah. He sends them over the edge, Bruce. Says alcoholic can't get a drink. It's harmful for them. Yeah, absolutely, definitely. It's that cold turkey is just so much stress on your body. Without other substitutes, like methadone and stuff to try and wean them off, but just to go flat cold turkey, gives them heart attacks, all sorts of stuff.
There's that old Norm Macdonald joke, though, isn't there, where he talks about alcoholism being the best disease in the world. He said, I was chatting to me uncle who had prostate cancer, and he told me he had 2 weeks to live, and he had to piss every 5 minutes. He had to change his bag. He was in chronic pain. He said, what's wrong with you, son? He goes, I've got a disease as well, uncle. I've got to drink every day. I've got to get drunk every day. Yeah. Love Norm Macdonald. Tumbleweed.
Yeah. So Mac's dealing with all the aggro.
What aggro?
Of all the druggies and the homeless.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. I'm sure Mac will look after him, give him a little cuddle, give him a pat on the back, wind them, change their nappies, let him suckle on his nipples, and that's all sorted.
He does seem very maternal.
He is.
Right. Should we lighten it up a bit?
Yeah. We're talking about all the bad side of drugs.
Gemma Collins, what a state.
What is Gemma Collins? I have no idea who this person is.
That's the thing in a minute, mate. It's whole movement for fat acceptance. Be fat if you want to be fat. But fucking say it's a positive thing, for God's sake. You are more likely, if we had 6 of me lining up, 10 of me lining up, and 10 of you lining up, 6 of you would die early and only 2 of me would. That ain't a good thing, so don't dress it up as a good thing. No, you're fat.
Yeah. Well, it's Forrest Gump's saying, isn't it? Life's like a box of chocolates. The fatter you are, the shorter it lasts. Who is Gemma Collins? I've no idea who this woman is.
Some fucking celebrity for being nothing, but is just massive. And she walks around like she's fucking stunning. There's an American singer at the moment, and now I don't know her name, mate. I'm old.
Yeah.
She's a brilliant singer, absolutely brilliant singer, but she's a bit on the big side.
Mm-hmm.
You will never, ever, ever, ever see her get introduced without someone saying how beautiful she is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she can sing, but she ain't beautiful.
No.
The last thing you can accuse her of is being beautiful.
Yeah. But it's that PC Brigade again. Well, Mac likes her. He seems very keen.
Well, once again, he does seem very politically correct.
So Clan Gibson, who I know exactly who you are, she's from The Only Way is Essex, apparently. Well, I live in Essex, so why would I watch that shit? I know people like that.
Essex Minister of Culture. She's overqualified.
Yeah.
Probably a lovely girl, mate.
Yeah.
It's got Celine Dion.
Yeah.
I genuinely think I could punch her clean in the face in the middle of one of her concerts in front of 100,000 people and still feel good about it.
Well, Celine Dion?
Yeah.
What's wrong with her?
Have you not seen her?
Yeah.
Mate, she openly admits hating the British.
Does she? Yeah, that's fair enough.
Or did. I don't know about now. I could be slandering her. Sorry. Don't sue me with all your fucking lawyers.
French Canadian.
French Canadian.
Oh, that's fair enough.
Oui. And she stopped Sonia winning the Eurovision.
Deadpool's favourite singer. See?
Is it?
Yeah.
She looks like a cheap tuppenny hoedown bleeding one of the Soho back streets.
Yeah. But Deadpool does also like dubstep, so.
Her voice is like a bleed rape alarm. She's a lovely woman.
Yeah.
Come on, who else is a twat? Anyone in the chat? Come on, let's chuck out some chat. Twats.
Yeah. Who do we hate? Piers Morgan. I don't like him. And it's nothing to do with what he says. It's just his face.
No, I'm with you 100%. I'd happily nut him, but I do like the way he does fight back from time to time.
Yeah, I can't watch him that long.
No, I'm with you.
I just see this drivel pouring out of his mouth and go, oh, I should turn that straight off. As soon as you see his face. And there was the other little twat who does the trying to be Jerry Springer.
Oh, Kyle.
Oh yeah, Jeremy Kyle. Yeah.
Yeah.
He needs to be thrown into a glass recycling machine, doesn't
he? Yeah, but then you look at who we used to have, mate. We used to have Robert Kilroy Silk.
Oh yes.
What an endearing man he was.
Yeah, true. Yep. Yeah, I think there's just too many idiots being made famous.
Oh, sorry. Steve smashed one out of the park. Sorry, carry on, Bruce.
That's right. Sorry, what did you say?
No, he's just made a suggestion. Carry on what you're saying.
Oh, Jacob Rees-Mogg. Yeah, the haunted Victorian pencil. What a vile piece of shit he is. Anyway.
Jimmy Carr's fucking anorexic, socially unaware brother.
Yeah. I can't remember what I was going to say then, but it wasn't anything amusing. But yeah, Jacob Rees-Mogg, he's just so out of touch. But his company is making millions out of the coronavirus. So
and Brexit. Why are you even looking surprised?
Great advert for ropes on lampposts. Yep. He does need a lynching.
I'll tell you one who is one. Fucking Justin Trudeau. Canadian Prime Minister.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, he ain't right.
No? What's he done?
Oh, he's all sorts, mate. He was socialist pretty much, and he's proclaims to be a feminist and shit and all bollocks like that. Never trust a male feminist.
No.
Just like you never vote for someone that tells you they're going to make themselves poorer.
Yeah. True. Piano wire and lampposts. Yeah. There's not that many people I hate. Oh, who's that Patel woman? She's Pretty Patel. She's a blooming psychopath, she is.
Well, I've got a bit of sympathy for her.
Have you? Well done.
Well, no. Okay, let's look at it. And, you know, I'm not a fucking Tory. But you think of all the names that woman has been called in the press and by everyone, by their opposition, and now think if it was the other way around, how all the feminists were screaming shout. Because she don't have that agenda, she has been proper hammered. I've got a little bit of sympathy for her.
True.
They're not saying out there for her, are they? And you can't say that. So, but no, she's come.
Yeah, she is. Yeah. Diane Abbott, that's just shooting fish in a barrel, that one.
Mate, no, I don't think I could. It'd be like punching a backward midget.
It's not fair picking on her, is it?
It ain't, is it?
No.
And there's a lot of them, mate. We can't go down a politician route because we'll just clear it out.
Yeah, Guy Fawkes was the only one who went into Parliament with good intentions.
Diane Abbott. But you go back to the spitting image days, mate. We actually had politicians.
Spitting image is coming back.
Yeah, but look at the characters that they're going to have, like the characters we had.
Yeah,
you've got to have a fair one. She's hours of entertainment right there. You've got Johnson. Hours of entertainment right there.
Yeah.
Who else?
Rees-Mogg, totally.
Fair one.
Obviously, Theresa May is still nothing to do with it anymore, but she'd be good because the only 3 words she can say is strong and stable. Yeah, there really ain't any more. But then I think bizarrely, spin image made politicians more famous because people actually knew who the bloody hell they were.
White cream hair and that, and now you're probably right.
You know, it's like, I think it actually gives people, lets the common man know who these people are and holds them to account, which is pretty good. But yeah, I really liked spin image when I used to watch it. Thing is, when it was around, I didn't understand what the bloody hell it was about. It was funny though.
And you always had the chicken song.
Yeah, I remember the chicken song. Yeah, chicken song was good.
Mac, you're a very sick individual.
Prince Andrew's not doing himself any favours. Yeah, we'll get rid of Prince Andrew.
Yeah, that's fucking creepy, that.
Yeah. I like the memes where Prince William was saying, Dad's got coronavirus. And Harry goes, mine hasn't.
Yeah, it's always a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's why he's left. But then...
No. Right, mate, I have been a big advocate for Harry, and I will continue to be an advocate for Harry.
Absolutely.
Some of the stuff he does. But he was going to raise his fucking baby gender neutral.
Really?
That's a different level of fucking woke. And...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That don't show clear thinking.
No.
Anyway.
Yeah, for someone who could potentially, if a massive accident happened, be future king, being gender neutral is just, I don't get it. I don't.
Yeah. Not good. There wouldn't be a king, would it?
No.
Wouldn't be a king or a queen.
No.
It'd have to be a or something.
Well, it depends what gender of the 47 genders it decides to take. But very, Very strange.
Good point, John Major. Mac, yeah, can't really argue with that.
Yeah, John Major, he was funny because he was just so boring. Yeah, happy wife, happy life. Exactly. Yeah. But then
Oh
again,
no, I've never had one.
yeah. But then there's all the drama with Andrew as well. I think that didn't help. That probably helped Harry's decision to get out of Dodge.
Mate, I don't know what to say about it, mate.
As long as he's happy, as long as he's safe, and as long as he can afford it.
No, I was talking about the Andrew thing.
Oh, the Andrew thing is just. Well, he was an idiot doing the TV interview. He should have just kept his bloody mouth shut.
Oh no, but he's not able to sweat.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
Just
Oh.
yeah. No, it's not good. Not good. And the thing is that these people we're supposed to be looking up to, and they're supposed to be flawless. But then every 5 minutes, the press are just trying to trip everyone up. You're always trying to crucify your heroes, aren't you? That's kind of human nature.
No, in fairness, he went to a fucking rapist island.
Yeah.
I don't think it's too much the press tripping him up.
Oh yeah.
The man he was friends with had a paedophile island. I mean, conspiracies start off small and then grow into something big. This is starting with paedophile island.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But the thing is, as soon as you agree to going on the TV, you might as well admit you're guilty because they've researched it more than he had.
Well, you didn't need research; it was there.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's so great. I agree with the majority of what Harry does. I don't agree with that bit. I think it's very foolish of him to get woke for no apparent reason and take that sort of stand. And it is a political stand, no matter what way you look at it. It's a political stand. And it ain't right.
Yeah. Well, they were never going to like his wife anyway because she's, a divorcee. She's American. The press have dragged her through the coals.
Was she though, mate? Really? Did she get a lot of hard press over here?
Well, no, because a lot of the time he was having court cases to stop them publishing stuff that they were saying.
And that's a fair point. They don't need it to be treated like shit.
Yeah, because they are saying we're going to do. They have to announce what they're going to say, and he was taking them to court because they got in a lot of shit with the Queen for taking someone to court. So anyway, which is it is what it is, isn't it? But
you're probably right there, Craig, as well. And as I say, I've got a lot of respect for the bloke. I really have. One thing I can't agree with is it's just a big thing, that's all. And it is probably to get her roles in fucking Hollywood because people really give a what they think. That's why I like Ricky Gervais so much, mate, when he turns around and says to them, no one cares. You're the only people that care about this.
Yeah.
The shit that comes out there, it kills me.
Well, who was the singer the other day? Sam Smith. Sam Smith's on lockdown with his 40 million quid, crying his eyes out on Instagram because it's so terrible for him living in his massive, great bloody mansion.
Right. I'm going to have to stop you there, Bruce. Right? The reason I'm going to have to stop you, you said he, him, and his.
It.
He's gender neutral, mate. You can't say it. He doesn't identify.
Oh, is he gender neutral now? Because he was gay.
No, how can he be gay? He hasn't got a gender.
Well, no, because he was gay.
No, he can't be gay, Bruce. He hasn't got a gender. If he says now that he's gender neutral, he's always been gender neutral. If I tell you now I'm a woman, I've always been a woman.
All right.
How dare you?
Oh, how dare I?
Carry on.
So is he it or they or them? Or
I think he also might be.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Ricky Gervais ripped into him as well, saying, "You've got all these people looking up to you for some sort of advice and help, and you're sitting on your doorstep crying your eyes out. You're a twat, which is pretty sweet.
No, fair play to him and all, and so it should be. If I go to watch a film, which I rarely do, but I want to see Batman kicking someone in the face. I don't want to know what the person that was pretending to be Batman thinks about abortion. No, it don't matter a fuck to me, mate.
Yeah.
Concentrate on being Batman.
Yep. Yep, definitely.
Dusty trying to re-identify his gender as billionaire. Still bloody Brassic. Local award season, Sam could be best male or female. They'll probably change the award, mate.
True.
Yeah, probably be best non-gender specific artist.
Bat person. It's Bat person.
That's the thing. I don't give a fuck how people want to live. You want to be, as a woman, you put the effort in, blah, blah, blah. I'll probably even call you shitty. I just have a big issue with being told what I've got to say. I don't like it.
No, that's
good. Don't like it at all.
No. Yeah, if you're using the wrong pronouns and stuff, or dead naming people, it's like, well, sorry, your name was Jeff last week. Just because you've changed your name to Poppy without my knowledge, why you get offended?
Yeah, that bloke got banned off of Twitter, and he was being a bit of a dick, but there was nothing he actually done wrong. He said, in light of your dead naming policy, could you please tell me who won gold in the 1980 Olympics in the decathlon? Because they couldn't say Bruce Jenner.
No.
Banned. You're a bigot. Get off. Oh, mate.
Conversation lost me at Gemma Collins. Yeah. Yeah. I'm at my devs because I don't know who most of these celebrities are.
Oh, mate, I know her because I've seen her on a few things, but she was sat in a bathtub at 18 fucking stone saying this is how the killer whales are being treated at SeaWorld. And I thought, you can't see the irony. They have got a really stupid fat woman to lay in a bath to liken herself to a killer whale.
True. Oh. Right, should we call it then? Should we call it our pass? We'll have 3 minutes, 14 people watching. Have you enjoyed the chat, guys? Has it been worthwhile? Has it cheered you up and got you out of your COVID blues? You're all going to rush off and make some really interesting stuff. No.
Babies.
Identify as elderly, yeah. But no pension for me. I identify as bloody tired.
I'm with you there.
Yeah.
Anything, guys? Last chance to call Woogie a prick.
Yeah, come on, guys. Get your insults in. You got 2 more minutes. 2 minutes of insults. 2 minutes of insults. Oh, no. Yeah. I suppose I've got to think about doing another video soon as well. I ain't got a bloody clue what to do. Might make the little stove, but I don't need it. Nobby, you're a knob, but I like you anyway. There you go. See? Insult for you.
Cheers, Si. You take care, dude. Not too much care, though.
Yeah. Max.
Even making my own plectrums on that bleeding board.
Wow. Great chats. Need more doing. Yeah, because we used to do like the MTFU chats and stuff. We used to do quite a lot of chats, but it all kind of it's very difficult to stay current and have something interesting to say all the time, isn't it?
Well, interesting don't really matter, mate. I mean, I think the way we do it, where we don't have a script and it is all just as we go.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But it's been we've had some really nice input from the guys in the chat as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a decent chat.
If we start planning stuff,
We planned stuff. We said we're going to do it about making crap. That's about
there you
it.
go. Yeah.
That was the chat. Anyway, right,
Boom.
guys. Wave, Nobby. Wave. Say goodbye. And boom. We're gone.